This is KNXT Los Angeles. It is 1 minute past midnight.
So, what the hell is this?
Sunshine State. From Malibu to Laguna Beach, it's California, where everything's new and on the move. Take a galactic trip.
Hey guys, ArchieLuxury here. How are you?
Hello, son.
Hey.
Even and all.
Dad, can you go guarantor?
Son, I heard special news about the car from you. Is it true?
No, it's not.
I knew that plastic was full of it.
So guys, what's going on today?
Tell me about the car. I need to hear about the car.
Hey, Marcelo, I heard that you were whinging that you're not going to make $1,000 this month.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Hmm?
Is that true? You were complaining you're not going to make $1,000 on your stream this month? Okay, we'll just leave him for a little bit there. Sirocco.
Archie. I have you signed those papers? Have they rejected you yet?
You know what? They're desperate to sell cars. They obviously, I told more lies than Pinocchio.
I can see how your nose seemed to have grown since I saw the stream last night.
And I'm actually going to be selling a watch.
Well, I was going to give you I was going to make you an offer. I was going to make you an offer you almost can't refuse.
Almost can't refuse. Here we go. We got some super chats in. Ken Fresno, $2 art. Show us the beamer. Hashtag plastic water pump. Now, just to the interest there, it's not plastic. It's a plastic mechanical water pump. Okay. So it's not only plastic, it's also got electronics in it. Hello? Yeah. I'm actually going to be selling one of the watches, I think, okay?
Archie, can I ask you a question? I'm
sure.
I'm just trying to you currently have 2 Pateks. Is that correct?
4.
You have 4. Fuck me dead. Okay.
4.
So what are these Pateks worth? 2 of them. What would two Pateks be worth?
Depends which 2.
Okay. Any 2 the dearest.
70 grand.
Okay.
Aussie.
Okay. How about I make you an offer you can't... You remember the offer I gave you the other day?
I remember the loan shark rate.
You said that was an illegal rate. Okay, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back on that.
Yeah.
2 of your most expensive Pateks.
Yes.
As collateral.
Yes.
Right? That's 70 grand, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I will lend you 50,000 Australian dollars.
50,000.
As collateral,
Yes.
you will hand over the 2 Pateks worth 70 grand.
Yes.
And in 6 months' time,
Yes.
you will pay me back 57,000 Australian dollars. Now that's really come down.
Can I ask you this? Where am I supposed to find 57,000 Australian dollars?
In 6 months.
Yeah.
You got 6 months. You got 6 months.
Where am
Now,
I supposed to find that?
I haven't
That's
quite.
a lot of
I
money.
don't know. That's your problem. In 6 months and 1 day, if I haven't got the
You
$57,000,
keep the watches.
I keep the 2 watches. Is that a good deal or not? You've then got 50,000 Australian dollars in your pocket.
Yeah, I got to tell you, we got some super chats here. Ronnie Paul, £1. Ronnie Paul, how are you, Ronnie Paul?
I'm doing good. I'm in here to find out what the situation is with your new car.
Okay. What do you want, the good, the bad, or the ugly?
Well, why don't you give us the story?
Okay, so basically what I did is I had to buy my wife a very expensive handbag so she would go guarantor.
Okay.
And so she's gone guarantor. We put her paper, all the stuff's gone in. And basically, I think the best thing might be is if I sell a paddock to reduce some of my debts, okay?
Agreed.
Who's
So
this
which
strange man below me?
It's Ronnie Paul, my personal advisor. So I got to tell you, at the moment, I've done a few unorthodox things, okay?
You bought the buckets for the washing?
Not yet.
Why those? Did you put in those curtains I sent you?
That would be unorthodox.
I got to tell you, Ronnie Paul, what I think I need to do is, right? I got to tell you something, Ronnie Paul. I got to tell you this honestly. The reason I decided to
Hurry up and get to the point.
I like the love that Ronnie Paul had for his car, that relationship he had. I want to get the rubber mats, rubber mats. So I got normal mats, and then I got rubber mats on top. I got a rubber boot liner. Okay, BMW makes a special boot thing so you can completely
Super chat, Archie.
Fat windbag Ben, £5. Support the Pontiff, upvote people, and Nicholas Latham Scott, $2. Looking forward to my watch review. Yes. Actually, I've got that coming there. I got to tell you, by the way, guys, I actually just uploaded a video review for Mr. Tudor to You. I wanted to give him a bonus. He organized those dumplings and pork rolls the other day, so I've actually done a review of his Tudor collection as a bonus for him. Ronnie Paul, I want to say something to you, Ronnie Paul. It makes me really proud to call you a friend.
Same here, Arch.
And I'm not trying to take the piss out of you. I'm actually very, very I'm serious when I say this. I always wanted to have a car. There's no point having a car if you treat it like shit. You treat it, well, that's a lot. I'll be honest with you. It's far more money than I could have ever imagined. It's a fucking lot of money, okay? So what it's a demonstrator. It's got some Ks on it. They wouldn't have been the options I would have ordered, okay? But you know something, Ronnie Paul? You just go for it. You know what I mean? When the finance is approved, you don't haggle, okay? Now, Ronnie Paul, I want to look after this. I want to document every time I fill up. I'm going to keep the receipt. And every time I go for a drive, full logbooks. I'm going to be making content. I really want to go into a car channel. I want to do cars. Would you come on and talk cars with me on a separate thing?
Yeah, we discussed that 2 days ago. That's not a problem.
I got to tell you, I would like to wash my car. I don't want someone else washing it for me. I think you got to wash it yourself. I like to look after it. I'm not saying I'm not going to use it. I want to look after it. And what I want to do is have some really good memories. Now, the reality is, this could be the last petrol cars that are coming out now. You know what I mean? It could be going all EV without a choice.
Maybe.
So I want to jump on, enjoy a petrol. I'm 50 years old this year. Now,
Imagine how old I am.
I've bitten off more than I can chew. Okay. I've bitten off more than I can chew. So I think the best thing I can do is get rid. Seriously, let's talk about what do I need to get rid of, okay? Please, can I ask you this? Hello, Ronnie Paul.
Yeah. Go ahead. You said you wanted to liquidate 2 watches.
I think no. That's my friend there. That's my friend Sirocco Sales. I got to be totally honest with you. If I've got a lease, I'm not desperate. Do you understand? I'm not desperate to do something immediately. I don't need to find. Oh, Ken Fresno. He's got a super chat. Ken Fresno, $2. AC3's Speedo car wash. No dirty door jams. Do you clean the door jams as well?
I clean and wax.
And wax.
And I also get white lithium grease to lubricate the hinges.
White lithium grease. Where the fuck do I get that from?
From the auto store.
What's it called?
That's what it's called, white lithium grease.
White lithium. What brand is that?
Doesn't matter. You can get no-name brand. They're all the same.
Tanzeal, $5. Arch, congratulations on the BMW plastic water pump, plastic water pump, plastic water pump. What do you think of the Cartier envelope for Chinese New Year? I think it looks amazing. How did you get those? They give those out. He showed me a picture of some Cartier envelopes. Man, that's fantastic. If you're Chinese, that's really cool. If you're not Chinese, I suppose it's still cool, isn't it? Is it cool?
Cartier, anything is cool.
Oh, by the way, Sirocco, I really want to get one of those Cartier pens that you've got. That's the sexiest.
I love it.
I think that is. How long ago did you get that?
Oh, a couple of years. About 2 years ago.
I love it.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Someone from the computer has just sent you money.
Oh, someone's from the computer. Ha 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 ha.
That's funny.
Maldives, £9. What plans for BMW christening? So look, I got to tell you, I've got a job offer for my friend here, Green Loom. Okay. And I've been thinking about
that young guy is not to be trusted. He's quite good looking though.
Yeah. I'm going to pay him $25 an hour to do some YouTube. I'm going to give him some access because I want to have a romantic relationship with my car.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
So I would like to actually employ your services, Green Room, to help me out a bit. I was thinking $25 an hour, 3 hours a day. That's $75. I'll get once or twice a week. It's a bit of money coming in for you.
Son, the punters want to watch you, not some little fucking kid that doesn't have a license.
Yeah, I know.
He's very good looking though.
You know, it can be. I gotta tell you, Mr.
Hey, Arch.
Yes.
Sorry
Yes.
to interrupt. I got to jump off. I'm just going for dinner.
Sirocco,
So
thanks for the deal, man. I'll come back to you, man. Let me think about it. Let me sleep on it, And man, how are you going? You okay? The gout. How's the
Yeah.
gout?
Oh, the gout's gone. I'm back on my feet and just about to go out for dinner and have some lobster tonight, I hope. Yeah.
I like that. You
Oh.
just fuck me dead. You know, why don't you stay off the gout? Just eat some vegetables. Fuck me dead.
I'll talk
Just
to you
have
later.
some. Okay, man.
Okay, buddy. Have a good night.
Thank you,
See ya.
man. Love you. I gotta tell you, man. Ronnie Paul.
Yeah. So when do you
I'm
pick
dead-
it up? When do you pick it up?
Did you get
When-
approved or not?
Yeah, approved.
Nice.
Approved.
Why
Are
didn't
you-
you bloody
hard.
tell us earlier?
Are you sleeping at night?
They asked me to put more money in, but
Oh, hence the watches. Okay.
no. Well, I've already covered it. I covered it on a credit card.
Oh, so now you
Okay.
got to cover the credit card.
No, well, I don't. Let's be honest, okay? It's fucking ridiculous. I look. It's ridiculous. I've covered it, so it's not a temporary problem. But I don't want to owe money on a card anymore. Okay? Does that make sense, Ronnie Paul?
For sure, yeah.
So what I'd like to do is think about what do I want to sell. Does that make sense or not?
Yeah. So what are you going to sell?
Yeah, that's the question. That is honestly, that's the big problem, is that I can't work that out. You understand that? That is where we have some problems, okay? That's where
Start
it
by
gets
selling one of those silly bags.
That would work too.
Yeah, that could. You don't understand. I had to get her to sign the fucking paperwork. You think that's easy?
Is
No.
it too late to
Cancel.
cancel that?
$5. Is the BMW 3 Series the junior engineer's car? Is it the SMP 300 wave dial for today's first paycheck junior engineer? Is it a... Look, I'll be honest with you. It's probably a dumb car to buy. Okay? It's dumb. Really fucking dumb. In fact, I should put this money into my 401k. You know that, Ronnie Paul? What do you think?
It's too late. You got the car.
No, let me just tell the story.
Okay.
The reality is, Ronnie Paul, this is my emergency fund if I get into serious shit.
Correct.
We don't sell any of that.
No.
Agreed or disagreed?
Agreed.
Okay, we don't sell any of this, right? We could easily sell the sub. That would cover my problem, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and you'd probably be able to sell it within a week.
Yeah. But I don't think that's the best way to go. What I think the best thing I can do is, Ronnie Paul, is, look, to be honest with you, Ronnie Paul, it's very tricky. You know what I mean? Because I love my watches. You understand?
Sure.
I really love them, Ronnie Paul. They were special to me. Rachel Ross Brady. Archie, if you like it, get it. You only live... I got to tell you something, man. I've been having a bit of heart pain. I don't know, just a bit heart pain. I think my arteries are clogged.
You're
Is
not
there
the
any
only
way...
one.
I don't know how long I got left.
Don't know how long I've got left.
And I got to be honest with you. I fucking loved cars. I really did. I just couldn't afford a nice one for a long time, okay? Okay? And a nice car is expensive. So no Rolex is going to be sold, okay? We've already agreed on that.
Yep.
Next super chat, Rourke Malcolm, $5. Sell ladies Calatrava. That's already gone. I don't have the ladies Calatrava. That's went.
That lady's date just.
Oh, he's talking about sorry. Or some LV. Keep your Honda as a beta car so you don't rack up the kilometers on. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. 100%. 100. And Pavel, $5. Arch, are we clearing the small engine repair business out of the garage to fit the car?
He's gonna have
Yes.
to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should get
Can I tell you-
you should get a nice car cover for the car also, so when you put it in the garage, you put the cover on it.
Do you reckon that's a good idea?
Well, that's what I do.
Oh, you put a cover on.
All the time, yeah.
Does it sweat in the cover? You got to
No,
make sure it's.
No. It's a special indoor car cover, and it's breathable.
Oh, and that keeps the dust off it, basically.
Yeah, because you'd be surprised at how much dust it'll collect on the surface.
Yeah. Zowie, $8. Archie, being a dad is hard. 4 kids, I salute you, sir. Happy Lunar New Year. Thank you. But by the way, Ronnie Paul, you know what I'm doing this weekend?
Cleaning the garage?
Visiting your father.
I'm actually taking my son out. You know, my oldest son, he's been a bit touch and go.
Yeah.
I'm actually going overnight with him. I'm going to go to the coast, have a relax. Just me, him, and his brother. I think it's about time I start putting some things back in there, investing. Look, he annoys me. I get angry at him at times, but you know what?
You should sell his Tissot to fund the car.
Exactly. Tanzil, $5. What does your car say about you? Nico, Ferrari 3812, TPG, Lambo Huracan, Fed, Ferrari, Cali, and Porsche 911. He's still got the Porsche. He's still got the Ferrari. I thought he sold it. Archie, BMW. It means I'm a wanker, an absolute wanker. You got to remember, cars are really expensive here. Really, really expensive. So, you know what? Maldives, £9. Archie, the only watch you need is your reverso. So the question is, I wanted to ask you this. Would you sell the Speedy? What do you think of the Speedy? Would you sell the Speedy,
Absolutely not.
I'm not a fan of Omega, so yeah, I'd sell it.
What do you... Okay, you would sell it, no problem.
I would sell it, yeah. You think?
Why is that?
Because I'm not a fan of Omega.
Yeah, okay. I understand what you're saying. I don't know if I like it, but
well, what do you like more? Do you like those Paddocks more, or do you like the Speedy more?
See, the problem is the Speedy doesn't bring much money in.
Oh, okay. Well, then forget it. Keep the Speedy.
You know what? I like the Speedy. The Speedy's usable as well, and every time I've sold the fucking Speedy, you know what happens, don't you?
You buy another one.
Yeah, and I've kind of got the one I've got now. I don't think I will actually. I won't get one at that price again. Okay. Does that make sense?
Sure. I mean, what are they going for these days?
Look, they're kind of 6. What are they going for? Dad, what are they going for?
I don't have a bloody clue. How much do you need to raise?
That's a good question.
Don't come to me for finance. You know, as soon as I told my dad I was getting a new car, you know what he said to me?
What did he say?
Don't come to me when you can't make the payments. I helped you with your ass car, and you bloody went and took finance against it. Geez, he brought that up again. You know that? Why do they do that? Can I ask you that?
He doesn't want to give you the money. He's giving you a heads up. He doesn't want to give you the money.
Yeah, that's
son, I'm not going to ask this again. How much money do you need for the car?
30,000.
Do you have one Paddock that's worth 30?
Yeah. Look at this. Okay,
is that before or after the credit card?
I'm not going to talk to you about this. It's none of your fucking business, Dad.
I'm your father.
Ha, 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 ha. 4 and 9s. Fine. $5. Sell what you don't wear, use. That doesn't only apply to watches, but all of the other luxury crap you own. It just sits collecting dust. Liquidate, liquidate. Out of these, what would you sell out of this picture here, Ronnie Paul?
Well, you said you didn't want. You said
Speedy.
you didn't want,
You'd say Speedy.
I said Speedy, but you're saying no, you don't want that. I don't know why you have the sub in there because that's a definite no, but it'll sell the fastest. You could probably get between 20 and 25,000 Aussie for that sub. But if it were me, and it looks like you're gonna have to do it, you're gonna have to liquidate that paddock all the way on the right.
It's going to take a long time to sell.
Yeah, I see.
Do you have any buyers available for that paddock?
I'm just thinking about what I want to do at the moment. Okay. See, the thing is, I don't not pushed for finance. You understand? I've already got the car done, right?
Right. So you're talking about in the future, like you're trying to set up a car fund of some kind, right?
Well, I got to pay the fucking credit card back. It's at fucking 13.99%. That's not exactly. Trapper John, hello, Trapper. How are you?
Good. Just wanted to say congratulations.
Can I ask you something? Why the fuck does everyone say congratulations? All I've done is
hang on.
A fucking
bad internet. So.
Yeah. Ronnie Paul, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Why does everyone say to me, congratulations on your new car?
Well, it is a big purchase.
I've entered into a financial purchase with the devil.
It's a costly purchase. I mean,
congratulations? I'm an idiot with a pen.
Face it, you needed a new car.
Ronnie Paul,
Why do you have the Reverso up there? I thought that's one that you can't sell because it was a gift and it's engraved.
My desire for a new car is stronger than my desire for sentimentality.
You bastard.
Why does everyone say congratulations on the new car? I mean, have I won the lotto? Did I do something great? All I've entered into is a shithouse financial agreement with a car company. There's nothing. I think you should be saying congratulations to BMW Australia. That's what I'd be saying. Fuck, you got another one. You got another sucker. There's one born every day, fuckers.
Son, I can't take any more of this nonsense. Goodbye.
Ronnie Paul.
Yeah.
4 9s in fine, $5. Sell what you don't use, don't wear, don't use. That doesn't only apply to watches, but all the other luxury crap you own. It just sits collecting dust. Liquidate, liquidate. Tanzeel, I'd love to do some Tanzeel, $5. AC3. The one thing I don't like about buying a new BMW is that they depreciate to zero. You look at an E90. Yeah, I know my dad, I told him he bought an E90 323i. They go for penny. Yeah, that's because they're fucking old and worn out. The reason they're worth nothing is plastic parts. You see this fucking drink bottle here? You see this drink bottle, Tan? This is what some of the water pump is made from. Similar sort of plastic. Okay? There's cogs in the gearbox that aren't much fucking stronger than this. You think I'm joking, don't you, Ronnie Paul? This is not Detroit muscle.
No, that's what they're doing.
This is what a lot of the parts in the car are made from. Okay? A peat bottle. I know. That's what it's made from. That's what it's made from, Ronnie Paul. That's why American Muscle, your car is worth retail.
Well, even mine has plastic stuff on it, right? They all do. It's all part of the EPA wants the cars to use less gasoline, so they try to make the engines lighter, and then they start to put stuff in that's plastic in the engine, like the manifolds are plastic, the valve covers are plastic.
Fucking plastic.
all over.
You know what? Pavel, $5, Papa Pluta Video Poker Fund for when Archer's inheritance runs out. I got to tell you, Ronnie Paul, what would you get rid of then? Tell me this. What would you do? Would you sell something off, or you think I'm being... What would you do? Maybe...
I think you should sell at least one watch, and that watch should be one of those Paddocks you have. Like the lowest of the four. If it's not urgent, take the lowest of the four you have and give that a try and see if it sells.
What I was going to say is I've always made really poor financial decisions when I've been in a hurry. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you got that FOMO, right? Fear of missing out, and you're all excited and amped up.
Yeah. What about if I sold the Milgauss? Do you think the Milgauss would be okay or not? What do you think?
That you'd probably sell that one in a week also. Take a look to see how much those.
Let me show you something, Ronnie Paul. I prepared this for you. Say I got rid of the Milgauss, okay? Just hypothetically, just imagine, okay?
Okay.
This is what the collection would be. That's what the remainder would be. Is that bad?
Actually, that looks pretty good. It looks balanced to me.
Yeah.
And 4 Paddocks, 2 Rolexes, your Reverso, and your Speedy. Looks okay to me.
What do you think?
Not bad.
I mean, look, let's face it. I'd have a... I don't want to sell the sub because you need a diver, right?
Right.
Green Room! Shroom, how are you?
Oh, hey, man. I just got out of bed.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Man, I got a little bit of an opportunity for you, Green Room.
Huh?
I got an opportunity for you.
Oh, Arch, I'm very busy, pretending to be your father and everything.
Yeah, I know. I'd like to pay you to do covering the show occasionally for me.
I don't know, Arch. I don't know.
Come on, man.
I mean, there's one side of me. Go on.
I was going to say, man, all it is you got to look at it this way. Would I bring in more money if I paid you and got super chats, or if I just took the day off, I'd get less money? You understand? And it could be a good thing for you because let's face it, the lawnmower business, it's good to have an extra thing to your bow.
Yeah. Look, maybe one day every now and then could be good for you.
And I want to pay you because I like you.
Okay.
I love you, okay? I really love you.
Oh, super chat.
Here we go. We got Trapper John back as well. Trapper John, how are you, Trapper?
Yeah, good. Sorry, having connection issues.
No, that's okay there, because Tanzil, $5 Green Room. Describe the average BMW owner in Sydney, assuming Lebanese teenager with a crackle tune popping and banging to the takeaway delivery job.
Hey, Arch.
Yes.
Why are selling the couple purses not in the equation?
Yeah, that's what your father suggested.
Does your financial advisor know how much those are worth? And he might have a different answer than selling a watch.
Okay.
Actually, don't you need to pay the tax, man?
And I got to hop off. I got to refresh because you guys sound like I'm having issues.
We love you.
Well,
I'll have
you sound fine.
Yeah,
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hey.
What's up?
Please, no loser germs today, okay? I want to have a good day today. I don't want to talk about that, okay?
Okay.
It's due in March, okay? Let's just, just leave it until then, Okay.
Okay. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like to live by the seat of my pants. You know what I mean? I make the best content when I'm fucking desperate and I don't have an emergency fund. My emergency fund is a tank of gasoline and a fridge full of food. Okay? That's it. Okay?
We're looking at the solution, or part of the solution. Sell the LV box. And sell that other LV item that you bought yesterday when you get it, as soon as you get it too.
I'm actually starting. I was going to sell those as a business. I'm buying them up at the moment because I got to get them repaired, and then I sell them once they're completed. Does that make sense?
Sure.
How's that quail, by the way? Is he okay today?
Oh yeah, the quail's fine. It's becoming a lot more social over the past couple of days. It's currently sleeping now.
You have a cage for it?
No. It's kind of like, maybe I need to send a picture. I don't know if I can describe it, but it's in my closet, right? And it's got like a special section in the closet where it's just filled with.
You need to get a bird cage.
No, I don't. I don't want to do a cage. No, it's quite comfortable. I really need to send a picture. I'll do a hopeless job at describing it, but it just likes to, to look down upon the room.
How long does it sleep for a day?
It varies. I haven't really been counting.
And you stay up all night to play with it?
No.
Mo
I only play with it all day. Go on.
£9. Can Green Room do a 24-hour peasant cam? Pheasant cam. Pheasant. If I got rid of the reverso, this is what the collection would look like. What do you think? So I got rid of the Milgauss. This is what the collection would look like. That's enough, isn't it, or not? Or you get rid of one on the back row. Tell me honestly.
Well, you said you needed $30,000.
Well, look. Anything helps. Okay, let's just look.
But look, I really want to know. Is that including the money that you've already put down? Is that altogether 30, or is it an extra 30 on what you've already put on?
No. The 30 would pay off the credit card. Okay. And then I can use the credit card to pay the tax bill.
Archie, I just don't know if I can do this anymore.
What are you talking about?
Super chat.
Super chat. Fat windbag Ben to £20. Arch, keep the reverso. It's class. It's very hard to get in the UK. Upvote. So hopefully what I'm thinking is if I can sell one watch, I can repay the card and I can use the card to pay the tax bill. Is that a problem? Green Room, what's wrong with that?
Look, if you had to sell one of them, look, I've always been upfront about that. I've never been a huge fan of the yellow gold Collateral.
Yeah.
The one that's more flat.
That's $25,000. It's $25,000. That one.
So if I had to pick one to go, it'd be that one.
Okay, that's probably easily. That's a very saleable watch.
But you've said many times is that it's hard to liquidate some of the Pateks. So just how quickly do you think you could sell it?
I'm not that in a hurry. Tax bill isn't due until the end of March. Okay. And I've also got to buy my ticket to England, but let's talk about that another day. Okay.
Yep.
Because the money I put on the card, that's how I was going to pay for the England trip. But when the dealer said you're approved, it was all systems go. You understand that, don't you?
Hey, listen, Archie, when he let you approve it, when he approved you for that loan, did he let you sit in the car?
I haven't actually sat in that car. I haven't actually seen that car. I bought it sight unseen.
Oh, so it's at another dealership?
Yeah.
So it's a BMW 3 Series, is that correct?
Correct.
And what color is it?
In Starburst Orange or something like that?
It's a 330i, 330i. That's what it is.
Pull it up, Arch.
Okay.
Pull it up.
Pull it up, Arch. Because I had that blue one. It's blue. That's the one I had on the screen. That's exactly what it looks like.
Oh, right. Yesterday. Okay, right.
Yeah.
I see,
By the way,
okay.
I've got money to last me for the rest of the week. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
$5.
Look at this. Okay.
Get you a hot dog.
And I get those ramen noodles. Ramen noodles. I don't want to be nasty to your green room, but any chance you could send that bird up? I need a bit of protein. Protein. Come on.
Okay, so Archie, you're sold on selling the Milgauss.
I don't know. I'm just thinking. You tell me. Well, what would you do? I want to know. I'm asking you.
Archie.
If I knew the answer, thank you, Fat Windbag Ben. Oh, we got
Very
four
loyal.
and nines. Fine, $2. Rob Peter to pay Paul. Look, the thing is this. Let me say this to you, okay? You know, Ronnie Paul, I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
I want to have the relationship like you do with your car.
We're going around in circles on this, Archie. You got to make a decision on those watches.
Well, I don't have to today. Let me get the car, enjoy it, and then I will sell something.
All right.
But what would you sell?
Look, right now you have 4 Pateks and you've got 3 Rolex.
Would you keep the annual calendar and the world time? That's the 2 complicated ones. Keep those.
The world time is your best one, so yeah, keep that one. And which is the other one?
The one next
that's
to
to
it.
the right, the one that's next
Yeah.
to it. Yeah, sure. And then sell one of the other 2 that are on
If
the
I
right.
sold those other 2 fuckers, how many fucking Pateks do I really need?
Well, I don't know. Do you want 4? Do you want 3? Or do you want 2?
Ronnie Paul, I want to ask you something.
Sure.
Has the car made you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I mean, I told you I was thinking about selling it 3 years ago, but I never went through with it, and it still works and it still drives. And since I put those brand new tires on it, it drives like a whole brand new car. So yeah, man, I'm really happy with it. Yeah.
Okay. You've gone for nice long drives in it?
Well, yeah, every time I go to visit my family in Niagara Falls, that's like 134 kilometers there and 134 kilometers back.
Here's a good comment. Trading watches that will keep their value for a 4-cylinder Beamer with a hairdryer. It's a 4-cylinder BMW with a hairdryer and direct injection. You know what direct injection leads to, don't you, Ronnie Paul?
Death.
No, it leads to carbon buildup.
Oh.
That will lose 70,000 by 2030. 100%, Ronnie Paul. You think it'll last that long? Fucking hell, RPM. That's. I don't know if you'd get that long out of it, man. You really think it'd go that long?
You don't think Well, my car's a Chrysler product, and it's up to 106,000 kilometers, and it's just moving along swimmingly. How long do you think a BMW will go for?
You know what? You know what I like about you? You know what's different to you? You don't treat it like shit. You look after it, warm it up. A lot of these idiots jump in and do stupid stuff, then they wonder why it breaks.
Well, you'll do the same thing, so what are you worried about?
How long do you warm it up before you drive off?
Archie, what I do is when I turn the engine over, I warm it up long enough just until the RPM needle drops to about 1900
How long does that
RPM.
take?
I don't know, 30 seconds.
Okay.
Archie, this is going to be a daily car, correct? Or are you going to just only drive it with the wife every now and then?
No. Let's just clarify this. This is a purely used to create YouTube videos.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's not a daily, not a daily car.
I'm keeping the Honda. The Honda actually works.
Oh, okay, right. Okay.
You can't have that sort of car and daily drive it.
Okay.
It doesn't fucking work like that. On the lease, I can only do 15,000 Ks a year on the fucking thing.
Are you gonna get personalized license plates?
That's too douchey.
I
you
have a set.
What does yours say?
I can't say it. If I say it, I'm gonna get doxxed.
Yeah, no. Look, I got a set, initials HPP70, which is my wife's and my own initials combined. But she just said, I don't want to. She doesn't want. We had that on the Alfa Romeo we had.
But wait a minute. When you buy personal license plates, don't you just keep them?
Yeah, no, I've got them.
Oh, so then just put those on the new car.
No, she doesn't want to. My wife doesn't want to. She said, no.
Well, then tell her that she can drive the Honda.
She went guarantor. Do you understand, Ronnie Paul? Anything she wants, she gets at the moment. Okay, let's get the car delivered. Okay. People can back out. Do you understand that, Ronnie Paul?
Sure.
Just calm down. And I got to be honest with you. I was seriously going to I wanted to get a 2-door.
Yeah, you said you wanted the kids to be able to get in it.
Yeah, I want to have some family fun. We're not really that close. The youngest two, they don't fucking want to go anywhere with me. They don't want to fucking do anything with me. Maybe we could join the BMW, the douchebag club.
Oh, and do the meets on Saturdays or
I don't fucking
Sundays?
know. Anything to just try and get some action happening with the kids. They're not fucking involved with me.
Playing those silly computer games.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything, So I'm thinking maybe that'll help a bit. And at least we could go for a nice drive. Ronnie Paul, do you still go for drives?
No, only on the weekends.
But that's a special drive. Like I used to wake up early with the Alfa Romeo just because the air was cooler and go for a spin. Wake up early on. You ever do that?
Depends where I am. I mean, my parents used to have a cottage, so when I was at the cottage, I used to do stuff like that.
Oh, they sold the cottage?
Yeah, they sold it.
How much did they get for the cottage?
I'm not disclosing.
Was it a lot of money?
It was a lot of money, but I'm keeping that quiet.
Are you upset about that or what?
Not really. My sister is married with her kids, and they got their own cottage up north. And my parents, they're getting old. My dad's 80, and when it comes to winterizing the cottage, he was the only one that really knew how to do it.
How do you mean winterize? You just put a fucking. What do you do?
So my dad doesn't heat the place in the winter because it would cost too much money because it's too big. Of course. So what he has to do is he has to drain all of the pipes from water, and then he has to.
Otherwise, they'll crack.
It'll freeze and crack over the season. Yeah.
Fuck! What a bitch.
Yeah, it is. It's like a. I mean, if you know what you're doing and you do it quickly, it can be a 1 hour or maybe a 2 hour job. So
just
for
quickly,
him, it's
a 4 and 9's fine, $2. You were better off buying a Pepsi. I know, 100%, 1,000,000,000%. GB, $2. Should have bought that Kenworth or Western Star. 100%. I'm just going to take a toilet break. I will be back. I will be right back. I'm just going to take a toilet break.
Hey, Green Room, where's the bird?
It's in my wardrobe. It's got a little special compartment.
And it doesn't. You don't find that it moves around and jumps around and makes a mess or anything?
It jumps around. It does make a little bit of mess, yes, but it stays in the wardrobe and it likes it in there.
And you said you want to put it in the closet?
Well, yeah, it's in the closet, but I have the closet open, so it looks. It doesn't like being enclosed. I don't think it just likes to look outside into the room, I think.
Right.
So, yeah, but I got like hay in there, and it likes to burrow underneath the hay.
I guess you're not allergic to it?
No, I don't think so. No. Now, Ronnie, what do you really think about this whole BMW situation? What's going through your mind about it?
Well, I'm not really a big fan of German automobiles. My parents owned an old Golf, a diesel,
Yep.
and it was always having like electrical problems and stuff like that. And the ones that at that time that what my parents had, you would need a special, you just couldn't use a regular socket set on the car. You'd have to get this special insert that has like a star pattern in it so that you could attach it, because that's the only way you'd be able to unlock or unloosen the bolts.
Mm-hmm.
It lasted long. I think we had it. We had it for 450,000 kilometers. So can't complain about that. But when it came time to service it, the costs were quite high. My dad had a couple of issues with electrical issues with the alternator, and he was taking it to a VW specialist in his area. And that specialist, he put brand new belts on, and he replaced the alternator with a brand new OEM alternator. And things were going fine for a while, and then something else happened that was totally unrelated. And he took it to the same shop to get it repaired. And when he got the car home and he opened the hood up, he noticed that the alternator was a different alternator. It was an old piece of crap. So they tried to switch out parts on my dad. So he jumped in his car and he drove back and gave them hell.
Yep.
And then he just said to himself, you know what? We've driven everything. We've driven it for quite some time, and we gotten the use out of it. Maybe it's just time to sell it. So that's what he did. He ended up selling it, I think, for $3,500.
Okay.
And he said it was an experience he doesn't want to live again. Even if someone might tell him that VW has improved their cars and stuff like that, he says he doesn't want to do that. So he's become a Toyota man. So he just buys Toyotas now. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I hear good things about the Camry,
Yeah, so my dad's had 3 generations of Camrys, and he never had any serious problems with any of them. So they're a good car, man. If you're gonna buy one, buy one. They're well made.
Yeah. But yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
I tell you, Ronnie Paul, I'm proud. The thing is this: do you see BMW drivers as douchebags?
I don't really. When I see someone driving a BMW, I don't really think of anything, to tell you the truth. There's so many BMWs out on the road these days that it's not unusual.
They're not really that special.
No.
I see them all the time.
Yeah. I mean, if it comes, go on.
I got to be totally honest with you. I want to look after it like Ronnie Paul looks after his car. It's a lot of money to me, okay? What's a lot of money that someone's lending me? Let me just put it that way, because that's not my money.
Well, it's a lot of money that someone's lending you that you got to eventually pay back, right?
Yes.
So it's
don't worry about that.
It's your car. You have to take care of it.
Yes, correct. Ronnie Paul, it's not 100% alternative reality. You're 100% right. It's honestly, they sell more BMWs in Australia than Honda.
You're kidding.
Honda fucked up the marketing. They've been a bunch of dickheads, okay?
Really?
There's a BMW for every budget now. It's not like there's a 1 Series, 2 Series. They've got SUVs. They got a car for every person. You know what I mean? Every douchebag. I think realistically, it's just a fun, nice. It's a beautiful, nice. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. Okay. I don't need to have the M. I was lucky to get the fucking thing approved. I'll be honest with you. Do you know why I chose a BMW instead of a Lexus, Mercedes, or an Audi? You know why?
No.
Because they approved the fucking finance. Fuck me dead. I'm not going to tempt fate. I'm not going to tempt fate.
Well, listen, the economy is really sucking wind in Australia. So They need you to buy that car, Arch.
Look, it'll be okay. You're gonna be positive, okay?
Sure.
I gotta be honestly with you. I've always loved BMW. Okay, I had one years ago. I got a soft spot for them. I wish it had a straight 6. I wish it had a straight 6. I wish they didn't have fucking plastics here. Hello, plastic. How are you?
Hey, good man. I just tuned in. I'm on a quick little break, mate. So I thought I'd just say, hey guys, how are you? Hey, Ronnie, Green Room, how are you guys?
What's up?
The sky, man. I'll tell you what else is up. Rolex pricing, hot off the press. Do you want to know what's happening with Rolex Steel Sports? They're going up. Can you believe that? Prices are going up. Hey?
Archie is thinking about one of the watches he wants to unload is the Milgauss.
How much you want for it, Archie? I'll send my I'll contact all my dealer groups, man. I put a call out to all the dealer groups, man.
I'm just thinking about it at the moment.
That'll give you a nice bit of headroom anyway, just in case, you know, you got typhoid or
plastic pumps, plastic, you know, the plastic pumps.
In case you got you know, some exotic disease or something like that. Yeah, it gives you a little bit of headroom.
That's a great watch. I love the Milgauss. I think it's easily sold, Ronnie Paul. What do you think?
Super fast.
Yeah.
You know, in my opinion, Archie, the Milgauss is the perfect watch. The blue dial, the green tint, it's a perfect watch for every occasion, Archie. I don't know if I'd be selling that watch.
You're confusing them.
Yeah. Look, Ronnie
I'd
Paul.
be more inclined to sell one of your Patek. I'd sell a Patek.
Yeah. How would I sell it? You reckon sell it directly or what? Give it to Ronnie. I'll give it to Ronnie to sell for me.
Consign it to Ronnie, Shani, or Lonnie, Bonnie, or Ronnie Jr.
Yeah.
You would sell it through Vintage Watch Co.
Now I want to say
Fuck
this
yeah,
to
he's
you.
a great guy to deal with.
Fun Plastic, he doesn't wash his own Beamer. He actually pays someone, Ronnie Paul. What do you think of people who don't wash their own car?
I don't know. To each his own, but for me, like I said, I try to.
And Ronnie Paul, he actually lets his kids drink and eat in the car. Is that right, Fun Plastic?
That I would not do. I would not tolerate that.
Ronnie, Fun Plastic, why didn't you fucking put your foot down and say, no fucking eating or drinking in the car?
Listen, a car is like a Rolex sports watch, all right? Unless you wear the fucking thing everywhere you go, few scratches, few dings, that's what makes the watch, and that's what makes the car. A few scratches, a few dings, a bit of dirt under the seat.
What the fuck are you talking about? This is a BMW. What are you talking about,
treat your car like a Rolex tool watch.
What the hell are you talking about, Plastic? Why didn't you put your foot down and say there's no drinking or eating in this fucking car?
It's never bothered me, my friend. It's never fucking bothered me.
It fucking would irritate me. It would fucking irritate me.
And you're probably the wrong guy to buy one. Maybe you should. You know what? Maybe you should buy a Camry.
I don't know if you fuckers remember when I did my last clean out, I had this whole big pile of old supermarket plastic bags. Guess what, Ronnie Paul? Ronnie Paul?
Yeah.
You know those plastic bags?
Garbage?
Yeah, I'm making people put them on their feet if they're coming in the car.
Wow. That's a stretch. You might as well tell them to take the shoes off.
Same thing. It's their choice. And they can put them in the plastic bag and I'll put it in the boot with the rubberized mat.
There
you know, the rubberized mat, they can put it in there. What do you think?
Yeah, you could do that, but if you're going to be putting in those rubber mats, you won't have to worry about that.
No, but I don't care. I want
extra rubber mats.
Sorry?
Even if you have the rubber mats, you're going to make.
I don't know if I'm going to get the rubber mats.
Why not? They're not expensive.
BMW's got their own rubber mat. Do you reckon I should get that?
Well, take a look at what BMW is offering, and then take a look at that website for WeatherTech rubber mats.
Archie, apparently we've been missing a couple super chats.
Here we go. Super Newton Star, $5. Arch, you missed my $2 toilet break. BMW seats are for skinny people. I know. My wife has a 2019 X3 Ford truck seats. Ford truck makes seats for fatties.
Is that a Vietnamese pork roll? No, it's not.
It's not. Here we go. Super Neutron toilet break, $2. It's got beetroot in it. Who the fuck puts beetroot in these?
Oh, I like beetroot.
Here we go. Big Mesh, $2. Here we go. Big Mech. Break sponsored by Runaway Betty. By the way, Big Mech, did you like your review? I did the review. Did you see his review?
I saw that you posted it up, but I didn't take. I didn't take.
Ronnie Paul. Oh, the other option was I was going to buy an old Kenworth K1000 cab over truck.
I don't know what that looks like.
I think the
BJ and the Bear and my best friends, Bear.
You're going to be a long hauler?
I was going to buy the cab, the rig. I wanted to buy the rig, drive it
Yeah,
around.
I'm asking you. You wanted a long haul?
No, I just wanted to use it as a hobby truck.
Oh my God!
You know what, Archie? I think the viewers should decide. I think you should put up a poll. Would you rather see Archie with the BMW or the Kenworth?
Kenworth. Yeah, I think it's too late. I've already done the deal. Stuart D, $2. Plastic is a legend. Tim needs to choose a side. What's happening to Tim? I don't like beetroot. What the fuck is beetroot in these? Why do they put
Thanks,
beetroot? You like
D. I appreciate it.
It's good for you.
You like beetroot? Do you eat beetroot, Ronnie Paul?
No. I don't even think I know what it would look like.
Do you think if you got married to that girl, you would have that cool Dodge?
No, because I probably would have had a kid, and we'd have to get something that was more practical.
Minivan. You'd have a minivan.
Archie, I'm going to go get a pork roll. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's okay, man. You go get one. It's a good idea. Yeah. I got to be totally honest with you, Ronnie Paul. I don't know if I don't know. Do you think, Ronnie Paul? I've been so without a car. You don't understand.
Luxury.
You don't understand how hard it has been for me. Okay, I love cars. And what's he doing? What's he doing?
He's cutting out. He's cutting out.
Should Archie? I can see if I can get a deal with. Should Archie get a BMW or Kenworth K1000 truck? Good question, isn't it, Ronnie Paul?
Yeah, but you're not really going to get a rig.
I was looking into it. It's a great tax deductible. I can do a bit of sideline hauling. Hauling ass. That's the number plate I want. Hauling ass.
Yeah, but those things, aren't those like over $100,000?
I was looking at a 1979 one.
Oh my God.
What? Come on. Fuck you. Fuck you, Dream Stealers. Just because it's got a few Ks on it doesn't mean it's not going to last. You get them rebuilt, they will go forever. No electronics to fuck up either.
Well, as long as you can find one that's been rebuilt and rebuilt properly. But I don't know. Unless that's something you want to get into, you want to do trucking. Don't you need a special license to get a truck like that?
You do. You need a CD. You need a special HR heavy vehicle. Plastic's got one of those. You know what? The whole thing is, when you say a fun car, you got to realize this. I don't mind. You know what my dream job is now if I was starting out again?
What?
I'd like to drive bulldozers.
So you want to go into construction?
Bulldozer, grader. I want to be a heavy machinery operator. I love machinery. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
That's
just
there's
need to
big
get
money.
licensed.
There's fucking good money in that. A lot more money than fucking white collar work. Fuck me, Dad. That was a mistake. Were you in the service, Ronnie Paul?
No, never.
It's because I had a few people who were saying to me they think you were in the service with that haircut.
No.
Did you ever watch Gomer Pyle as a kid?
Gomer Pyle? Is that
Jim
like a
Neighbors?
was that like a cartoon or something?
Sergeant Carter. Remember that?
Or was it Beetle Bailey? I can't
No.
remember. I don't recall, no.
Super Neutron Star, $2. I just want to talk about watches. Tell me this: do you ever pair watches to your car?
You know what?
You know what your watch is? It's a James Cameron. Your car is a fucking James Cameron, I reckon.
Well, actually, it would be my Yachtmaster 2, right? Because I got a blue paint job, so I'd have the Yachtmaster 2.
You got a blue? Can you show us a picture of your car, Ronnie Paul?
Shit, I don't know if I have any photos on file for you.
Okay.
Let me take a look, and if I can find some, what I'll do is I'll email.
No, send it tomorrow. Send it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because that way you can cut out the license plate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what I can find. Yeah.
I was going to ask you, what would you suggest? So don't use sponges. Definitely do not use sponges.
Right.
The wheels, they're actually painted black. I got to be extra careful with them. What do you think?
Well, if you, like I said, you can use the same. You can use obviously the same washcloth. I mean, there's some people who might say no, that you shouldn't use it because you don't want to get the brake dust in the mitt.
Yeah.
So listen.
Should you have a special mitt just for the brakes and that?
You can do that. To tell you the truth, Archie, I actually have 2 mitts.
You got 2 mitts.
Yeah. So the mitt that I use on the car is it's a wool covered, like a natural wool covered glove, and it's leather inside. So it's a leather glove with wool. The one that I use on the rims is a synthetic mitt, and it's got these green, like it's like a swirl, like these swirled curls in the mitt, and that's what I use when I'm doing the rims. And if you flip over the other side of the mitt, there's a rougher, coarser surface, and you can use that to do the tires. So I have 2.
Do you ever? You got leather in your car?
Yeah, the seats in the back seat, and the steering wheel is leather wrapped.
So you treat that?
Yes.
If you don't,
the steering wheel not so much, right? Because the steering wheel, you got the grease, the natural oils from your hands, and that naturally, so you don't really want the steering wheel to be really slippery. They have to be careful with that. But the rest of it, yeah, I'll put the gold class on it.
Fuck. What should I do with a new car, a new to me car? What would you be cleaning straight away? What would you be doing, prepping it? What would you do? What's advice can you give me?
I guess I would assess the paint and see if it looks like they might have already waxed it for you. If not, you can wash it and wax it again yourself if you really feel like it. I would vacuum the rugs, like the carpet.
Yeah.
And if it's got
do you have a? I was going to go to the Bunnings and get a wet and dry vac. Do you know?
The shampooer. Yeah.
What do you think of a wet and dry vac?
So when I had purchased my old 1995 liter Mustang,
yeah,
I bought that used, and there was a bit of a stain in the back rear passenger seat on the floor.
Mhm.
So I'd never done it before, but I thought I'd try it out. So I went to the supermarket and rented one
Oh.
of those machines that you can do your
Yeah.
rugs with, and
Yeah.
they come with an attachment for
Yeah.
upholstery.
Yeah.
So I rented one of those for one day, and I got the shampoo, and I took that home, and I shampooed all of the rugs, and I also shampooed the front seats in the back, and it worked great. I did it on a hot summer day. It dried up, and then I vacuumed it one more time to get the soap suds out, and it was perfect.
The stain was gone.
Stain was gone, yeah.
Fuck,
As well as any.
and you just found a little side hustle. You found a side hustle to earn a few bucks.
Well, if I wanted to do other people's cars, yeah, sure.
Super Neutron Star, $2. I just want to talk watches. And we got plastic, $2. Breaking news, Rolex prices rising fast. Hashtag keep Millie. And we got Doc on. Hello, Doc. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How's it going, Ronnie Paul?
Okay.
Good. You?
Doc,
Good.
let me tell you this. They've approved the finance. I had to put a little bit more money down.
Yes, sir.
Basically, it's costing me $1,000 a month payment.
Okay.
Which is about $650 US a month.
Not as bad as it could be.
Doc, you know why I decided to lease a car instead of paying cash?
You've fallen for plastic water pumps after all.
Now, do you know why I didn't pay cash for this car?
Probably because you don't have it.
Exactly. Exactly. You know what? If they didn't have finance, they wouldn't fucking sell a damn thing. Okay? Okay? Finance is what keeps this great country going. Okay? I got a thing called a full circle lease. Okay?
Well, first of all, congratulations. Now you have a BMW. We're Beamer brothers now, so that's good.
Yeah. Would you look down on me? Would you look down on me because you've got an M? Do you look down on lesser vehicles, lesser Beamers in the hierarchy? Because I mean, mine's only a 4-cylinder motor with a fucking hairdryer.
I'll plead the fifth.
Okay. Tell me
we
this.
have that here in the United States. I know you don't have it over there, but we have that here in the United States. I don't have to incriminate myself unless I really feel like it.
Okay. Tell me this.
But I wouldn't look down on you that much.
Okay. PG $5. Arch 15710 ST 28.6. Yes.
Oh my God.
Or
what
no?
The hell is...
I think it's an AP. That's an AP. That's an AP. Let me just call that up there. Can you give me that reference number there?
Sure. With all that, I hope it's a Royal Oak. That's all I can say. 15710 ST.
Yeah. Oh, you know what it is?
.00.
It's actually quite beautiful. This is beautiful. Okay. It's a Royal Oak diver. Fuck me dead. They're that expensive now? Fuck. 28.6.
Are you pulling up the one that he's talking about? The .A00 A002CA? That's a lot
I'm just
of stuff.
pulling one up. Fuck me dead. Come on. Give me a break, Doc. Look. You know what? I've always liked these.
What's the second nipple for? What's the second nipple
for? It's a
for?
diver. That's the helium escape valve.
Oh, come on. That's completely unrealistic.
That's manual? You'd have to unscrew it, right?
I mean, you're not even going to take a Rolex diving with a helium escape, but you're really not going with an AP. Those things are so delicate. Really?
I know.
Really?
But look. The thing is, what do I think of it? 28. Look, PG.
Can we get the one without the helium escape valve?
No, they don't have. There's no such thing. You know
I
what?
mean, in other words, not that model.
28.6. Fuck me, Dad. That is, I got to be totally honest with you. Let's go to chrono. Let's check this out. We'll do a chrono search. Let's do a chrono search. Chrono
You know
20.
what? I'm going to be serious. I don't like the chronograph AP Royal Oak. I like the cleanest Royal Oak. The cleanest Royal Oak.
Well, this is not a chronograph. This is the diver,
I know that.
man.
I know that.
This
But
is
what
the
I'm
diver.
what
You
I'm
know
saying
what?
is
You know what
I'm a
would be really
chronograph
cool?
guy, but I
You know
don't
what
with the AP, the cleaner the better. The cleaner
Holy
the
fuck.
nicer.
Actually, that is actually not a bad price, to be completely honest with you. Just doing a bit of a price check now. 23. That's in China. That doesn't exist. Those. You know what? I think it's okay. There seems to be a few out there. Look, I think that's on the money. Yeah, I'd buy it. Buy it. Better than buying a fucking plastic BMW. I can tell you that now. Fuck me dead. I'd rather buy that than a BMW. Some fuckwit who drives a BMW around thinks he's fucking important because he got into a fucking lease. Every fucking estate agent fucking has one. Yeah, I'd buy the AP. Definitely buy it. I reckon that's a nice, beautiful watch. There you go.
I guess
Doc,
what I'm saying is, to me, the 14700 is much cleaner. It's a clean. The watch is cleaner, the design is cleaner, and everything pops about the watch that way.
now, Doc, I want to talk to you.
Yes, sir.
Get my car. Do you wash your car yourself or you pay somebody to do it?
Yes.
What's that?
You said, do I wash the car myself or do I pay someone to do it? Yes, definitely. In fact, I usually do that at least every month.
Okay. And
I
any
pay
special
somebody to clay it sometimes. I know Ronnie Paul doesn't like that, but I pay someone to clay it.
does it help?
Gentle claying. Well, my car is a 2005. So, I think it helps with
Ronnie Paul's
those.
is 2007, isn't it, Ronnie Paul? Or 9?
Well, I picked it up in September of 2009, but it's a 2010.
Oh,
It's a 2010.
2010.
But weren't you saying that you felt that your paint job would not benefit from clay?
Yeah, well, that's because it doesn't sit outside all the time, and it sits indoors when I'm not driving it, and it's under a tarp or a car cover.
And for fairness, ever since I've had my car, it's been in a garage, and the paint job is good. I had it clayed with the detail that I had a couple months ago, but all the previous details, they didn't clay it.
Let me ask you this. How often do you wax your car, Doc?
The Porsche, actually, this is going to sound kind of crazy, but everybody knows I'm crazy anyway, so it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I put wax on the Porsche, and I applied it with fingertip. I actually applied it with my fingertip. I did the wax myself. I put the wax on the Porsche, the whole car. What happens is the wax melts because the fingertip, it melts to the perfect. It melts because your fingers are perfect temperature for it to melt just the right amount, and then when you apply it,
He's out of his fucking mind, this guy, Ronnie Paul.
So I'm assuming that you take your fingers and you swirl it around in the.
He doesn't use an applicator. Ronnie Paul, he uses his hand as an applicator. He is
I'm applying it with my finger.
He's a human applicator.
I'm applying it with my finger.
Finger or fingers?
Finger, one finger. You could use more, I suppose.
That would take you hours to do that.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Isn't your time, Doc? No disrespect to you, but isn't your billable hours kind of?
It was a celebration of my divorce.
Okay.
It's a Zen thing.
Yeah, I had the time, and it's kind of meditative, like Ronnie Paul says.
Do you treat your leather? Do you treat your leather?
I treat it very nicely.
Do you put cream on it every month?
Oh yeah, periodically. And the details, when I have it detailed, they fix up the interior.
Do you use Armor All, Ronnie Paul?
No.
Actually, you know what? you can't use Armor All inside with the plastics that Dodge uses. If you use it, it'll some kind of a film will be created like an hour later. So I only use Meguiar's for
Yeah,
any small
Meguiar's.
detail.
You
Meguiar's.
use
I was gonna
Meguiar's
say-
in. You go on. Go on.
I was going to say Meguiar's has better products than Armor All.
It's
and
a bit
safer
expensive.
products.
Meguiar's is a little bit on the pricey side. I'm
Nah,
trying to say
it's mid. It's mid range.
Yeah,
mid? Bullshit.
might-
That's premium.
it
No,
might be.
not
It might
around
be.
here.
No,
What?
it might be twice the cost of Armor All at most.
Fuck, you're saying Meguiar's isn't premium? What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm
No.
going to boot you off, Ronnie Paul.
Well, what he means is
What are
it's
you
not like
talking
it,
about?
it's not like it's 10 times the price.
What about
It's-
turtle wax? Is there anything wrong with turtle wax?
That's low end.
Yeah, I mean it works.
It works. It'll get you through the night, but it's low end.
It's not one of the better products out there.
Why?
They haven't, to tell you the truth, they've been resting on their laurels and they haven't been improving their formulas, and other companies are, and so I buy other companies.
Also, if you like
A
synthetics,
Kenworth is a semi-trailer. It's a truck. It's a tractor, trailer, truck. It's a big truck, 18-wheeler.
It's a rig.
so
A rig, yeah.
basically, if you like natural products, turtle wax is not the way to go.
Doc.
They do a decent job with synthetics. And it's not high-end synthetics, though.
You know what, Archie? When you go to pick that car up, you should ask the dealer what kind of products you can use to detail the interior of the car.
Doc, they tried to fucking sell me all this other shit.
Yeah,
I said,
they'll tell you they want you to use BMW only. I
Oh,
already
they
know
have
that.
they actually have BMW interior cleaning products.
Oh yeah.
they do.
Oh, wow.
They do. They're actually,
Hey,
I did.
You don't know anything about BMW, Ronnie Paul.
I
you-
guess not.
Our cars have oil specific to BMW.
Yes.
You mean you can't buy off the shelf?
No,
No.
you'll destroy the engine. In
Holy
theory.
crap.
In theory.
Right, Mr. Tudor, to you, $5. Thanks for the formal review, Arch. A little something for your first tank of gas now that you're part of the family. PayPal the money. You know
Ka-ching.
what? I got to tell you
Ka-ching.
something. You know what? I'm actually going to lunch today with
Oh, who's
my
taking you?
my ex-wife's husband. He's a friend, Jerry. Okay.
He takes you to lunch?
Oh, we go to lunch. We go to lunch because we live. You know what? No bullshit. I'm not bullshitting. I'll just tell you the truth. I'm fucking skinned. I'm a bit.
He's
I'm a
done
bit
you a
skinned.
favor.
No, I got to pay this time. Okay.
Yeah, because he's done you a favor. He married her.
Yeah, no. But the thing is, I got to go for lunch with him, and my bank account is hosed out. Okay. Because I had to put in $3,500 of my own cash. That was my emergency money. Right.
Into this BMW, you mean?
Yeah, and okay, so they wanted $11,660 deposit. Okay, so I had my emergency money. This is an emergency. I want to buy a BMW, and I put
Sure.
8 on a card.
Your wife's card?
Yeah, because I used mine up getting a purse for her, so she signed the guarantor form.
The purse was yours. Okay, let's not squabble over those details.
I'm going to sell a purse too, by the way. I am actually looking at selling some stuff. Okay, I am looking at selling some stuff. Okay?
I'm glad the room is back, by the way. I want to find out about this friend of his that's in the closet.
That's the quail, the bird. Remember?
He calls the bird.
Huh?
Huh?
He's got a friend in the closet. You know,
Which-
it's not that big a deal. We're in the this is a new century. Just come out. Just come out. Just come out.
What color Birkin is going to go?
The black one.
You're
it's actually
selling a
gonna say
black
the black.
Birkin?
Yep. I'm going to get rid of it. Can't keep everything. I got so
How much of a
fucking money.
loss how much of a loss is it when you sell a Birkin?
I want to
like
get
that?
money back. I want to get money back. We're not
I
talking
know,
loss.
but how much do you lose?
It should have held its own. I don't know why you lose anything.
Oh, come on. It's not like you're selling a Rolex, though. I mean, it's a Birkin bag. Come on.
These are fucking ridiculously priced, Doc. These are for rich fuckers. I bought them as speculation. I like investing in speculative things like this.
Okay.
And then when it bites me in the ass, I can make the videos how bad they are.
Well, black goes with all your outfits, so that's good.
Exactly.
But then you're selling it, so it doesn't really matter.
But then if you sell one of them, then like it won't. You've got the cabinet where you store them. You've got 4 of them in there, right? And they're like nicely divided. If you get rid of one, you're going to have like an empty spot in the cabinet. So maybe I'd get rid of 2.
Yeah, I'm going to work on it, okay?
Can you put a shopping bag in there in its place and pretend that it's a Birkin?
Yeah, you can. So there's a few things you can do. You don't have to have a Birkin. Look, you know what? How many fucking bags does a woman fucking need when we don't even go out much?
I thought you were going to say, how many bags does a man need?
You know?
0. That's 0.
You know, I got to be honest with you.
Super chat.
Super chat. Miss Super Neutron Star, $5. Art, sell the Birkins and Kelly and buy the BMW for her.
What's the Kelly?
Okay, the only problem is, let me tell you the problem.
The name of the quail.
Let me tell you the problem I've got is, okay? The problem is, I played that game. This is your car. We went to picking colors. Why does she pick the fucking ugliest fucking color known to man? Can I ask you that?
Oh, the blue's not that bad.
No, she wanted fucking sunburn orange.
Oh, God, okay.
For the car?
I had to step my foot in there. Yeah.
So
Well,
what color
one
is
thing
it?
about those colors, though, the sunburst orange kind of color, when you sell it, I think
nobody
you get a little
fucking
bit more.
wants it.
No one wants it when you're buying them, but when you're selling them, they command a little bit more value because there aren't very many of them. That's what I've read, anyway.
You reckon?
That's what I've read.
That
weird.
Yeah, that works when they start discontinuing the paint colors, right?
Yes, but for me, it's not worth it. I don't want to drive around with a car with a weird, bizarre color just because there aren't many of them. Hoping I get a few $100s more when I sell it.
It depends on the color. Oranges, anyhow. Rodent mutation, $10 Swiss francs. Thank you so much for BMW. Had a medical check today and the doctor tested reflexes. While doing that, he hit my Explorer 1 with the hammer and dinged it. Fake me.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Is that true?
Why did you have your hand on your knee?
Damn.
Oh, my God. You got to move your hand out of the way. That's for sure. Yeah. You know, well, I don't know how they do it necessarily in those places, but most good doctors, the hammer has it's rubberized at the end. So it shouldn't really ding it much.
Doctor, I got Ronnie Paul, can I say this to you, man?
Yeah.
A lot has changed since I had my last luxury car. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me just go through a few things. As far as the leather care goes, you go Maguire's.
Yeah, or you know what else you can do, Archie?
Or better.
Do a Google search for BMW forums and join one of the forums.
No. I want to talk to you. The interior plastics, you recommend Maguire's interiors
on everything. On everything interior, Maguire.
Okay, the paint itself, Maguire's shampoo.
Okay, so you remember what I told you yesterday? The way it works is you buy whatever's on sale.
What?
With the soap.
I'll buy the Maguire's. Okay, I'll buy the Maguire's. What do you think of the Maguire's with wax? Would you prefer to use it without wax, or you shouldn't use a combo?
You have the car waxed anyway, so it doesn't matter. If you put it on, it's not particularly strong, so it's not like it's going to last. I think typically if you use that soap, it might last one rainstorm and then it's gone. It's washed off. So I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't pay extra for it.
And what about I wanted to ask you the blackout areas. What do you do with that? Anything special?
You mean the black plastic trim?
Yeah.
So there's a product out there. It's called 303 Aerospace. It's got UVA protection inside it, which is like suntan lotion. You know, it protects against UV rays, and it'll protect your black plastic from being bleached out by the sun.
Is that a problem?
Absolutely, yeah.
Not if you're driving the car, or it's mainly if it's parked, isn't it?
Well, again, you know, I mean, I'm overkill on everything, right?
Okay. Tell me this. Okay, you drive to a park,
Yeah.
right? Do you park under the tree or away from the tree?
Away from the tree. You don't want the sap hitting it.
Come on, man. You're not parking under that thing, are you?
Super chat.
Archie
Okay.
might.
No, I want to clarify, because people would say get the shade.
Okay, so you know, you got to know what kind of a tree you're parking under. If it's an oak tree.
What about the birds shitting all over your car? What about all the birds?
So what you should do is you should keep a product in the trunk of your car with some extra microfiber towels, and it's called Bug Off or something like that, and it's made by Turtle Wax. If you're ever somewhere where a bird takes a crap on your hood or on anywhere on the paint, you take.
Should you wash it down first with water?
Well, this is assuming you don't have the car at home. What if you're in the middle of a supermarket parking lot? What are you going to do? There's no hose there, right?
I got a spare bottle of water in the car for circumstances like this.
Then fine, that's perfect, man.
Well, you rinse it, and then, but it doesn't get it all off. So what should I do?
You need get a microfiber cloth, and if you got some soap or something, put some water on it, then work it out.
No, okay, let's come back to that. The primate gentleman, $2. I have fleas, but Arch wants a fleece, a lease. The primate gentleman, $2.
Carnival.
And Lolex, what song are you going to play when you get your car?
Yeah, what are you going to play in it, Arch?
It's a very intimate question. You know what I mean? Barry White.
Ecstasy.
Do you remember the first song you ever played in your car?
I had a 65 Mustang, and the first song I played was Mustang Sally.
Ah, it's so corny.
Hey, yeah, but you ask if you remember the first song you play in the car. When I got the Porsche, I played a Porsche song.
You know what the favorite Porsche song is for me? Can I tell you my Porsche song? Because I was a kid. My dad had a client, and what she did was she hired a Porsche 944. This was 1985.
That's the car I was trying to get you to get instead of this BMW. Anyway, yes.
And she took us kids for a drive in it. And I remember we had Dire Straits, Chicks for Free, Money for Nothing, and the Chicks for Free. Nah, 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 nah. Ever since then, I've been an absolute Porsche fanatic. I love my Porsches. I love my Porsches.
Ooh, super chat. Ooh.
Super chat. The Pine Baron. The Pine Baroon, $10. Arch, why doesn't the Paddock World Time 5230G hold its value in the aftermarket? Look, the thing is, okay, stop. When you say it, how do you mean it doesn't hold? I've seen a few around the traps. There seems to be holding the value as far as I see. I would say, realistically, any of those sort of watch like that, there takes a little while for you to recoup the money. With the price rises, if you bought it a couple of years ago, you'd get your money back. I don't think it's because it's not the cool one. They all want steel Nautiluses. But you know what? I've seen them. They're not that cheap. They're not that cheap, Pine Barren. Lolex, $2 in excess. Suicide Blonde. Suicide Blonde. That's a great song.
Jesus.
I love that.
Lolex, those are all songs from mine
The
and
90s.
mine and Archie's.
Yeah, no, because I made the playlist with him. He likes that sort of music. He likes that vintage
okay.
music.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I was very saddened when the lead singer
Hutchinson.
from NXS died.
Yeah.
Hutchinson.
He was having a relationship with the lady who used to be with Bob Geldof, Sir Bob Geldof. You know that, don't you?
Oh,
He
yeah, I
died in
remember
Sydney. He
something
committed
about that.
suicide. He committed suicide.
Yes, he did. I didn't want to be a downer and bring it up.
Oh, it is what it is, man. He was a great talent.
We're a realistic channel here, so it is.
I don't know why
is.
he fucking, I'll be honest with you. I can't believe that.
I read that there were drugs involved too. So in other words, yes, he
I
committed
think
suicide, but
he was also involved with Kylie Minogue. You know Kylie Minogue?
Yeah,
I don't get why everybody goes crazy over her quite as much as they do.
Whatever happened to her?
She got
She's
older.
a multi-millionaire. She
Retired.
came back to Melbourne. She actually had breast cancer, believe it or not.
Yeah, I
She
remember
survived
that.
cancer.
Yeah,
But I mean, wasn't she like was she a teeny bopper type, or what was she?
Yeah.
Or was she was like trying to be like a Marilyn Monroe type, right?
Sort of. They all try.
So that's what you do early in the career, and then you move on to do other things, and then you retire.
I loved In Excess, Suicide Blonde, great song, amazing song,
I like the other song, the previous album.
I used to also love Robert Palmer. Remember Robert Palmer?
Yeah,
he died sadly too.
To love.
Yeah, that was so cool how he did that.
I liked
when
when
he
he
get away
was...
with a
film clip like that today. Didn't O'Sheen say he was dating one of the girls in that video?
Yes,
did.
yes, yeah. That guy's so cool,
But Robert Palmer got together with some other guys. Golly, what
he's
was the
very
name of it? I'll
talented
think of it.
musician, Robert Palmer.
Well, he was.
I also like Chris Rea. You know Chris Rea?
I've heard the name.
Trying to
Robert
think of what
Palmer.
Trying to think of that Chris Rea. But
he used to buy a Ferrari. He was a Ferrari collector. You know that?
Robert Palmer was in Power Station. That was the name of it.
Power Station. Yeah.
And I liked Power Station more than Robert Palmer solo.
You're joking.
Well, if you listen to Power Station, they had a number of hits off. I think they only did the one album, but they had a number of hits on it. Bang the Gong, I think, was something like that. And they did Some Like It Hot. Remember that?
Oh, you mean Palmer didn't do that one on his own?
No, Power Station. Some like
really?
it hot and some sweat when the heat is on.
That was in the European Vacation. You remember that?
Yeah,
movie?
they used it in movies. They used it in advertising. It was a big hit, and that was Power Station.
I remember that song.
Robert Palmer was singing, so you could be fooled into thinking it was a solo album, but no, it was. He had the drummer from something called Chic. If you're into disco at all, you'd remember Chic was a big deal in disco, and they had lead guitarists from I can't even remember the heavy metal band. It was like power hitters from different areas of music coming together with Robert Palmer, and they did Power Station. You didn't know I knew about music, did you? And I haven't even started Googling yet.
What's your favorite song from Power Station? I'm trying to recall.
I like that one, Some Like It Hot. They did.
Once you
they
hear
also
Archie, you'll know it.
They also did Bang the Gong. which was a remake of somebody.
That was
I
Robert
can't remember.
Palmer was in Power Station?
Yeah. He was the force behind putting everybody together to form Power Station. He was more of a producer, really, if you think about it. He was like a producer guy, and then he would hear like songs. Like there was a group that had a song called System. Like System was the name of the group. You're in my system. And I remember an interview where Robert Palmer said when he heard that song, he was like, damn, I love that song. And as soon as he had a chance to do his version of the song, he did his version. His version went crazy. And then the original group that made it, then they went crazy because of his version going crazy.
Holy shit. That's true. I remember that interview, actually, Doc. It's freaky.
I don't make shit up.
No, you
But
Robert Palmer was cool, but don't you think?
Oh, he was absolutely cool.
Was he cooler than O'Sheen? Was he cooler than O'Sheen?
Sorry, he was.
Sorry?
I said sorry, but yes, he was. And he had an accidental stumbling in. You know how his thing was to wear a suit when everybody else was wearing all this glitter stuff and all this other stuff. But now if you watch the footage, he's the one that looks cool. He's dressed in a suit like a normal guy. Everybody else is running around looking bizarre. I mean,
not the instrument players. You don't think they look cooler, Doc?
You're talking about the ladies.
We might have to ask O'Sheen about what's cooler because he's got a bit of first-hand experience.
Well,
Doc, in Power Station, the other guys were from Duran Duran.
Both of them?
Yeah, you're
both
right.
It was John and Andy Taylor.
So both of the guitar players were from Duran
the bass
Duran.
and the guitarist, I'm fairly sure.
Really? Because I thought they were from different places, but that makes sense. The drummer was from Chic, right?
Maybe, but I didn't like Power Station.
What?
I like Robert Palmer's main stuff. I like that.
Well, I liked some of his older stuff even, but I guess maybe it's my age and everything. I can remember hearing Power Station being played when I guess maybe I was in junior high or high school or something like that. And I thought it was good. But his older stuff, I remember, it was older stuff, but I remember listening to it saying it's cool. Looking for Clues. Remember that song from Robert Palmer? That was from one of his early albums. I thought that was a cool song.
Blue Soul, $2. No one's cooler than O'Sheen.
Except for the other O'Sheen.
He is that guy is fucking cool, you must admit.
ABC knows who I'm talking about.
Well, look, just don't go around Venice the crappy backpack
putting
and
pizza boxes.
with one
empty,
euro.
I'm gonna bring empty pizza boxes just to piss him off in London,
One of these days I'd love to come on the night that there's dueling O'Sheens. That would be awesome.
Hold on, didn't O'Sheen say he's not going to London? Because every time he's been, or the two times he's been, he's caught COVID. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
that means he thinks he's caught it more than once.
He tested positive each time.
You can test positive more than once, but I don't think you can get coronavirus more than once.
Oh, that's right. It can stay in your system for.
You might get it, and you might think you're recovered from it when you haven't completely recovered, or you might get sick with it, and then you might get sick again with something you think is COVID, and you have a false positive that's telling you got COVID when really you've got influenza or whatever. Because unless this virus was engineered a little bit differently in the lab, once you get the virus, you have antibodies to that virus, and it makes it virtually impossible to get it again.
Doesn't the mutated variant?
Well, that is true if you have enough of a mutation, especially on a coronavirus. It's like a common cold is a coronavirus. You can get different types of common colds because of the variants.
Yeah, because SARS is also a type of coronavirus, right?
That's right, Dr.
Correct.
ABC. That's right, Dr.
That's
ABC. You're
and that's
correct.
where my biology knowledge ends. I'm very much a physics, mathematics. I'm
But
an
Dr.
engineer.
ABC sounds kind of good. Dr. ABC.
By the way, ABC, my son, the eldest one with the Japanese lady, he's doing the suicide 6 subjects. Mass
What?
1, Mass 2, chemistry, physics.
Super chat.
Suicide 6.
You'll be all right. Plin Plastic do some of those subjects.
Yeah, no, he loves those subjects. He loves maths. This kid, when he was 3 years old, he used to count to 1,000 in the car.
Wow.
I remember he loved numbers. He just loves numbers. You know what I mean? Marcelo time, 1,220 yen. Thank you so much for the support. I'm sorry I had to go. Marcelo, we love you.
Marcelo
you not-
has the first 24/7 watch channel.
That's
Cool.
true.
Marcelo's Fat Windbag Ben, $2. Akadaka Bon Scott, best frontman ever. No contest. Yes.
Archie, that's from your country, for crying out loud.
Some people pronounce that ACDC.
Yeah,
Akadaka?
That's what it's ACDC, Akadaka. Bon Scott died in his own vomit. You know this? He drove an Alfa Romeo. I don't know if you know this. Bon Scott died in his own vomit, and he drove an Alfa Romeo. Anyone who drives an Alfa Romeo is cool.
I wasn't old enough to be all into AC/DC until he died, and then they thought they were just retiring as a band, and then the other guy comes and he sounds like him, and they did Back in Black because he sounded like the guy's back from the dead. I just thought that was weird. I mean, because he does sound like him.
I also like George Michael. You like George Michael from Wham? Remember Wham?
Some of his stuff was good. A lot of his stuff was good.
His later stuff was better.
Like Listen Without Prejudice, that album. That was 1990.
You know that he was Greek. He was Greek.
He was indeed.
He was Greek.
Indeed. Doc, were Def Leppard big in America, or not really?
They
big
were
enough that we knew the name.
It was big in Canada. I was a fan. We used to play their music all the time.
Holy fuck! You were a fan of Def Leppard?
Yeah, when they came out with the Pyromania.
That's when he had
Deep
his
Purple. How about Deep Purple?
No, Deep Purple, no.
That's when he had his.
How about Poison? Yeah, Poison.
That's
Poison
when Ronnie.
was popular, but I wasn't into it.
That's when Ronnie Paul had his hair longer. Before the Marine cut. Before the Marine cut.
Hysteria was the first album I ever bought.
Super chat.
The Pine Barren, $5. Careless Whisper is a great song.
Who is that?
George Michael.
George Michael.
Oh, that was George Michael. Fuck.
Ooh, Ronnie, you're muted.
Oh, it was Wham. That was from when he was with Wham off the first album.
I love Wham. Remember Wham? They had those fluorescent colors, those fluorescent colors.
Wake me up before
Wham.
You go.
Yeah.
What was that sort of like risque song that Michaels was playing? What was that song that he made?
The one where they didn't want to play it on all the radio stations.
No, that's the one where. That's the one where. Oh, fuck.
He says, "I can be your daddy" or something like that. You remember that one? What was that?
Because he got busted in a men's toilet doing certain acts.
No, this was before that. Father Figure was before.
But the song came before it. But yes,
it was Father Figure. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yes, and he did get busted doing a few things in a men's toilet.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Yes, he did.
What's he think he is? A congressman? Come on.
I still like Bowie, but you know Bowie.
David Bowie? Oh,
Yeah.
David Bowie was a legend.
I like Heroes.
Bowie.
Heroes.
David Bowie.
Heroes is amazing.
You know
It's
what?
an amazing song.
David Bowie had a hilarious sense of humor. You should watch.
Yeah,
Anybody who's
very
a David
witty.
Bowie fan should watch some of his interviews with people like David Letterman or Conan O'Brien. All
He
those
ended up.
shows.
He married a supermodel. You seen his supermodel wife? She's still hot and she's in her 60s.
Her name is Iman, which is weird, but I think she's a woman.
It's pronounced
She's
Iman.
fucking gorgeous. By the way, she has an Hermes handbag. Just out of interest there.
Wasn't it Iman?
Iman. That's right, Iman.
Well,
Yeah.
it's spelled Iman. That's all. I'm just like, wow, she looks like a woman, but okay.
Super chat, was it?
Here we go. Lal Soul, $5. GM. George Michael wrote Careless Whisper at 17 years old. He included Andrew Wrigley in the credits so that he would
Wrigley.
receive royalties into perpetuity.
Oh, interesting.
Who the hell is Andrew Wrigley?
The
Was
guy-
that his?
the
Was
other
that
guy
his
in
boyfriend,
Wham.
lover, whatever?
No,
the
that was
guy
the
in
other.
Wham.
When he was with Wham, that was the other guy.
Yeah,
he did the
other guy.
backup vocal or whatever.
They should play
So he just did
guitar,
it because they
right?
were friends or something.
He did him a
think
favor, I
so.
guess.
They were
Because they
school
did that
friends.
one. They did that one album, and then they broke up. That was the end of it, right?
As far
He
as I
went
know.
solo.
yeah.
He went solo after that.
So, any Barbara Streisand fans out here tonight?
Oh, no.
Ew, come
No.
on now. Ugh.
Mm.
But I do like the Streisand effect forever.
You know who likes
for the
Streisand? See, you guys
effect.
aren't cool enough. You know who likes Streisand, don't you?
Sheen.
Yeah, I think I know where this
O'Sheen
is
or
going.
something.
Yeah, O'Sheen.
You know, all you have to do is look up Streisand effect, and that's all you need to know about Barbara Streisand. Really?
Didn't Andre Agassi go out with her?
Andre Agassi? Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the
After
heck?
Brooke Shields, I was
Why?
thinking, what the hell are you doing?
No, come
After
on
Brooke
now.
Shields. I'm not even
No.
kidding.
That's like
Look it
that's
up.
like going from steak to spam. Are you sure? I don't think
I'm fairly sure. Let's see what the panel are saying. They'll
that's
be able to
insane.
tell me yay or nay. I'm fairly sure he was going out with Barbara Streisand.
Brooke Shields, I'm getting a divorce. Maybe he was just so devastated, he was messed up to the point he didn't know what he was doing. And Barbara was there. Rebound. That's a bad rebound right there. Really bad.
Yep.
Isn't she about, I don't know, not that there's anything wrong with that, but isn't she about 30 years older?
Maybe not that.
I'd still go out with
Cher.
Cher. I like Cher.
Plastic. She's very.
Cher's what we call over here, we'd call her a hot mess. But there is that hot part in that.
Ross Rachel Brady, $2. I want your sexy. George Michael, was that the song?
Yeah, it was. No. That was another song. It was called "I Want Your Sex."
Yes.
Yeah.
So he had two risque songs.
Oh, here we go. The Pine Barren, $5. 10-second movie review. The Blue Lagoon.
That was with Brooke Shields.
Brooke Shields.
She was amazing in that.
Wait,
Did
was
she
her,
have
was,
a-
was it was it her acting that was amazing, or the fact that she was running around naked amazing?
And was it her or what? Was it her? This is a real question. Was it her or was it a body double running around naked?
You reckon?
Oh, before I forget, there was a witty interview that David Bowie did about MTV where he is basically saying,
Oh, he got stuck into them.
all you guys do is just show white people and white
Yeah,
music. He was
David Bowie-
very sarcastic.
I like China Girl. China Girl. Okay.
Yeah, that was a good
China
song.
Girl?
That was okay, but he had so many songs. I mean, Ground Control to Major Tom, you know?
Yeah,
I mean-
that was fucking years ago.
I mean, but what I'm saying is, you know, China Girl was just one of the songs he came out with in the disco era. Fame. Look at Fame. I mean, if you're talking disco era, that
Fame.
was
That's not
Yeah.
David Bowie.
that is David Bowie.
Fame?
No, Fame, not
The song.
not the movie,
The
the
song.
song Fame.
Yeah, I
Not
know
the
the
movie.
song. He wrote the song?
He
I don't know if
sang
he wrote it, but he sang it.
No, he didn't.
Fame?
That was a woman who sang it, right?
Okay, maybe there's more than one song. There's a movie Fame that had like I Want to Live Forever, hokey
Yeah,
hokey
that's what
song,
I'm talking
right?
about.
I'm not talking about that.
Talking about
Oh,
the Bowie song.
I'm talking about David Bowie. Maybe the song wasn't called Fame, but I'm pretty sure it was. Now I got a Bobby Google.
Oh yeah, fame. Oh yeah. Remember that?
At
That's
the
what it was.
end, fame.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it wasn't fame. I'm gonna live forever.
No, that
That
was a bucket of crap.
I love
But
that song. We used
David,
to play it in the school band.
well, good for you.
That was amazing.
David Bowie's Fame. He was the first.
That was
He
a
was
great song.
I think he was the first white guy to sing on Soul Train because of that song.
really?
Loose Soul, $2. Ronnie's thinking of outside.
Outside?
Outside is a song by George Michael, maybe.
And we got KC Aquatics, 6 Malaysian ringgit. Just heard the news. Congrats, Arch, on the Beamer.
Yeah, well done, Archie.
Well, why? Can I just ask you, why does everyone say well done? I've entered into a financial agreement with a very aggressive motor car company that wants to sell product. Okay.
Some of us are saying well done because life is short, and you've been talking about this for at least a couple years, and now you're getting a
money
booster.
down. Even the deposit, I fucking put on a credit card. So where is the sacrifice in the achievement? Can I ask you that?
It's the paying back that's going to be the achievement.
And we need to talk about it, but if you go for the booster, you better enjoy life while you have it.
Ooh.
Did you
Yeah, I said it.
I'm going for the booster exactly 2 weeks after delivery of the Beamer.
Do you know that Bob Saget is a comedian, kind of famous Canadian?
I know Bob Saget. He recently died. Full House.
They're saying it's because
Just a few weeks after his booster that he got so proudly posting about that he got it. He posted it on Twitter because he was so proud about it posting and got it. Guess who else got a booster and happened to die like shortly after, but he was kind of older, Sidney Poitier. But guess who else took the vax and died pretty quickly right after it? Hank Aaron. But guess who else also
died from the vax? What? Stop. He's too cool to die from the vax. We're talking about the same Sidney Poitier?
The actor, he's gone.
Yeah.
He died.
Yeah.
No, he didn't die from the vax. He didn't die from the vax.
He died shortly after receiving the vax. See, they're going to argue that unless you have exactly proof, like you have an autopsy showing myocarditis, which results in a heart attack, since there's no proof, he didn't die of the vax. Even though weirdly, apparently you can get a motorcycle crash, get in the hospital, they do a test and say, oh, you've got COVID. That's a positive COVID person if they die.
No, you know, if you look at the BBC statistics for COVID, in the small print is written within 28 days
that's
of a positive
true too.
COVID test and for any reason. So if you get COVID, you recover from it, get a bullet in your head 10 days later, the cause of death is COVID.
And also in the same vein, if you receive the vaccination and then you happen to die, I think it's 14 days, they're not going to count that. I don't know. It's weird. All these things. But basically, all I'm telling you is that Bob Saget, right away, there's people all over the internet that look for these connections. And Bob Saget was posting on Twitter about how he went and got boosted. And then he dies he wasn't even a druggy type. He didn't do drugs, Bob Saget. But, hey, I guess you have to do what you have to do. Don't listen to me because I'm a pureblood. So,
me. So am I.
Green shroom.
Here we go.
You don't want to listen to me or green shroom. We're crazy purebloods. Yeah.
This car talk is anything that's worse is anti-vax talk there, Ronnie Paul. Does your car, is it vaxxed or non-vaxxed, your car?
Non, because I'm non.
But with the BMW, was the previous owner of the BMW vaxxed?
I don't know much about the previous owner. All I
you need
know
to find
is
that out.
All I know, he was a real prick. Do you become a prick after you get a BMW, or were you a prick before you get the BMW?
You know, they need more research for that answer. I'd like to think I was always a prick, but I don't really know.
You know you're a prick, Archie, when you talk to somebody and you tell them, I drive a BMW. What the fuck do you drive?
But a BMW really isn't that special anymore, you know?
So am I a nice guy as opposed to a prick if I'm only thinking the other part? If I say, what do you drive? And I'm only thinking to myself,
no,
like,
you have to verbally announce it.
So I must be a nice guy. I'm a nice guy.
So, okay, I'm sorry to deviate from the theme of this channel, but what watch makes you a prick?
Rolex! It's the
Which
BMW of watches.
Which model? Panda Daytona?
Steel Sports!
See,
Panda Daytona? Does that make you a prick?
I was going to suggest
Panda.
I was going to suggest Richard Mille.
We've got the Pine Baron, $5. Arch, 10-second BMW movie review, Pretty in Pink.
I saw it. It was terrible.
What was that about?
That was the one with Molly Ringwald in it. She plays a...
I tell you my favorite BMW movie.
Left out the music. Psychedelic Furs.
Oh, yes. Let me tell you my favorite BMW movies.
Pink.
Can I tell you my favorite movies with BMWs in them? Let me tell you.
Go quickly.
Number 1, Back to the Future. Because remember, his dad had the 7 Series, had a 735i.
Was it?
In Back to the Future, Michael J. Fox's dad in the movie had a 7 Series.
All right.
The next movie with BMW, Charlie
Bond.
Sheen did a movie in the 90s when his career was fucked. It was a BMW Coupe E36 red.
It was called The Chase.
Yeah, it was absolute. It was shot with about $50. Okay.
Yeah, he was in the car with Christy Swanson. She was hot.
She was hot. Yes. She hasn't aged well, but
she married a Canadian figure skater, eh? Lloyd Eisner or something like that. He's a Canadian.
That movie never went anywhere, but
no, I think he went to the Olympics once or twice, but maybe the best they ever got was 3rd place. But she married him and had a couple of kids with him. He actually dumped his wife, who had just had their first newborn, to go and live with Christy Swanson.
Oh dear.
E36 is an in-betweenie. It's not as well respected as an E30 or E46.
All right, Archie, next.
Yeah. Next BMW movie.
Pierce Brosnan? James Bond?
No, I like that one with Andrew Stotholm in it. You know, the driver. You know, what was that called?
Transporter?
Transporter 1 so in Transporter 1 he had a 7 Series. I don't know if you noticed a small technical error. When he got the flat tire,
they changed models.
He had a different alloy. Yeah. And then the next scene he's got all the right alloys.
Right.
You know, little continuity error. Yeah, 7 Series. I like that 7 Series, by the way. That I reckon that's the most beautiful 7 Series. That late 90s 7 Series. Because the one that came after it was the Bingle Bangle. You know, that was a fucking awful. Heart to Heart had 2 7 Series. Remember that? Heart to Heart. They both had a 7 Series each.
I didn't like him too much after he killed his wife.
How do we know he did that? It's allegedly, okay? Let's be honest there.
Well, come on. It wasn't Christopher Walken because he's too cool. He wouldn't have done it.
I know who you're talking about.
He didn't do it.
He was in the Austin Power movies too, right?
Yeah, he's really cool. Robert Wagner is very
Yeah,
cool guy.
Robert Wagner. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't say that. Come on, man. That's just uncool.
They had a big fight, and she didn't swim, and she never went near water.
Well, he pushed her over. Was it alleged
Who
that he
knows?
pushed her over?
Look, we all
They
fucking lose
reopened
our-
the case because of it. They got additional evidence and reopened
Michael
the
Douglas
case.
drove a 7 Series in the game.
I remember
he?
that movie. That was a good movie also.
I do too.
The game about.
It was good. It was a good movie.
He plays a rich guy, like a rich executive millionaire, and he's leading a boring life. And he has a younger brother who's played.
Oh, he has a car accident, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's watching, so sorry, fellas. Robert Wagner killed his wife, Natalie Wood.
No, he didn't. Come on. Why would you do that? He was such a cool guy, Robert Wagner.
Because it was cheaper. Now look at his face. Look at his face. When I said that, look at his face. It's like it's like a rebooting. There's something going. It's like.
Oh, look at this. The Pine Barren, $5. $5. The movie Ronin, 1998, had an M5. James Bond. The World Is Not Enough had a Z8.
Exactly. That's the one I thought you were going to talk about because Pierce Brosnan.
I like the Z3 launched, with GoldenEye. That little blue Z3.
Z8s are extremely valuable. And cool looking car. Come on.
My favorite M is the M1, to be honest with you, Doc.
Well, yeah. I mean,
that's a super.
You never get one of those.
Hey, speaking about James Bond, you know how the other day we were talking about the Rolex Midas?
Yes.
So the man with the golden gun?
Yes.
He wore one.
Christopher Lee.
In the movie, Man with the Golden Gun, apparently the gold watch he had on his wrist was a Rolex Midas.
GB, $2, AC3. Should I get a new Corolla or a new Civic? You know what? In my country, the Civic is now $47,600. One model, one fucking ridiculous pricing. They look very similar. I was behind a Corolla yesterday. They are fucking beautiful. I love the new Corolla.
The styling on the Corolla has been improved, and I think I'd go Corolla.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
And if I really could stretch, I'd go to...
It's put weight on. It's fat now. I don't like. That's the whole point of a small car is to have a nice, easy small car, not to make it a fat fucking blob.
That's what I was going to say. Is the Corolla is almost the size of a Camry, and the Camry has improved styling. So if I could stretch it, I'd go to the Camry because they're almost the same size now.
I think it's because the people are getting bigger, so they need to make a bigger car.
They are getting bigger and fatter.
But then they bring out a smaller car to match up for the one. The 3 Series of today is like a 5 Series from the 90s.
My car, E46 M3, is an inch longer than the current M2.
Ronnie Paul, £1. Thank you, Ronnie Paul. Fuck, I don't know what to say there.
And I think the styling is better than an M2.
I used to like the movie Bad Influence. That had an RX-7 in it. I don't know if you remember the movie Bad
One
Influence.
of those Molly Ringwald movies had a Porsche 944 in it. At the end, the guy drives up in a 944 red to pick her up. I just don't remember which of those.
Oh, that was
one of those movies.
16 Candles.
Okay, there you go. One of those movies.
What happened to Molly Ringwald?
She still comes back and does cameos and stuff, but she's pretty much retired.
She retired in the 80s, didn't she?
But she looks pretty nice, doesn't she?
Yeah, she still looks generally the same. She's still in good shape, red hair.
WW, $5. Going to buy an OP36 yellow dial 126300 for $6,000 from a guy that needs cash. We are meeting at AD. Keep or flip? I'd keep it. Keep it for a while.
Only if it fits you. If it's too small, flip it.
That's a
36. It's small.
Are they worth more than $6? That's not much money, is it?
No, he's getting a good price on it. He needs to unload it fast.
I think the 36 is small, but I'm wearing my Thunderbird today, and it's not bad. It's a little tiny, but it's not bad.
That's vintage. That's vintage speak, Doc. Don't scare the viewers away. Don't scare them off.
Oh, come on. The newest watch I own is 20 years old, or near about.
Molly,
Well, the
Ringwell,
newest
you know,
Rolex.
Breakfast Club. You remember Breakfast Club? In the Breakfast Club,
It's old classic. It's awesome. Yeah, for sure.
she went to the school detention on the Sunday in a 7 Series. Remember that?
It was a Saturday, and yes, it was a brown. It was
Sorry, it was a Saturday. Sorry, it was a Saturday.
God, somebody's watching that movie carefully.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Emilio Estevez in it as well, didn't it?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
How come you don't want to talk about Natalie Wood being killed? I don't understand.
I am a huge Robert Wagner fan.
And we're gonna leave it that way.
Yeah, it's Robert Wagner. Oh fuck! Guess what? No, I'm going to call this up now. I'm going to call you out. I'm sorry, Ronnie Paul. I love you. You're a nice man, but I'm going to have to bring this up. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry.
What happened?
All right, what is it?
Okay. Here we go. It wasn't brown. It was a metallic-y silver blue. That's a 7. Is that a 6 Series? I think it's a 633 CSI.
That's
Fuck,
what
that's
Sybil
cool.
Shepherd drove in Moonlight.
I thought it was a 7. Apologies as well. I wasn't right. I thought it was a 7. It was a 633 CSI. Look at this. Doc, what do you think, Doc? You're a vintage man. Doc, what do you think of this?
I think those are worth money now.
It's what Sybil
Don't worry
Shepherd
about
drove
money.
in
They're just
Moonlighting.
fucking beautiful.
I mean, it's considered
Doc,
it's a nice car, and you know.
Do you remember Moonlighting?
I like the smaller ones myself. I like smaller, so I like the 3s and some of the 5s. And
there we go. Shermoor High School. Shermoor High School.
It's an actual high school. It still exists, just not under that name.
Oh, what's it called? It's not Sherma.
I don't know. In fact, you know what? I think it used to be a school, but now it's actually it's been reconfigured into a government building, and I think it might be a police station now.
Breakfast Club, huh?
Yeah.
Who did the song? Hey, 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 hey.
Oh yeah, that was the Simple. Was it the Simple Minds?
Simple Minds. Simple Minds.
But you know what? They didn't write that song, eh?
No.
Somebody else wrote the song, and they asked Simple Minds to sing it. And then at the very end of the song where he's doing the whole la 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 la.
That's the
la,
movie.
La.
I said the score. Yep. He had the BMW 8 Series in the score. The score. You know the score.
I want to hear the end of Simple Minds. So at the end of it,
when he's doing the whole la 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 thing.
Yeah.
They were
la 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 la.
Yeah.
Oh,
la la.
There was actually supposed to be at least 1 or 2 more verses, but they were running out of time, so he just did that as filler.
Hey, there's a lot of blues artists that did that. And then, because I watched the Blues Brothers back in the day, and then they had a guy, Cab Calloway, who was a famous musician from the 20s, 30s, 40s, band leader guy, and he did a Heidi 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 Hi Heidi 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 Ho.
Right.
That was because he couldn't remember the song.
Oh wow.
Because when you're live out there and you're doing this thing, you can't just say cut and walk off the stage and then come back on the stage. You just got to do your thing. Anyway, at least that's the story he gave in an interview.
That's amazing. I got to tell you guys, seriously, Rowan, the M5. You remember the M5 in Rowan?
I remember seeing Rowan. I didn't know it was a BMW M5 though.
Wow.
Maybe you want to trade in that piece of Detroit metal for a Beamer.
If I did, Archie, I would buy brand spanking new.
And cross your fingers.
And cross my fingers.
What's another great BMW movie that's been in?
I think the quality control, and I don't think that the newest BMWs are designed to last 10 years like the older ones.
Not at all. Not
of course not.
Bit.
There's too much.
Nothing,
too much. There's too much fucking
plastic.
Yeah, no cars are designed for 10 plus years. Especially they're trying to phase out fossil fuels and make it all electric. And this pump and dump attitude amongst consumer goods is just so prevalent. It's unbelievable.
My BMW E46, 2005, running just fine. It's over 10 years old. I don't think I could do that with the newest one and go 15 years running just fine without any significant maintenance.
15. You do see some kind of mid-2000 BMW still around today.
Yeah, but I've been told the newer cars, even if you buy it, leave it in the garage, don't drive it, it's still going to break down on you. What the fuck? It's going to break down on you even though you're not driving it. It's just sitting there. Or if you do drive it, it doesn't really matter what you do with it.
Archie, back in the 80s, I had a buddy of mine. His dad had an Audi 5000.
Yeah.
Were those prevalent?
Audi 5000. What the hell is that? That's
blow up. Audi 5000. And before you leave that page, you got to.
Yeah, that was before the Audi 100, wasn't it? The Audi 100.
I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was an Audi 5000.
They're expensive.
Audis.
What happened? How did he afford that?
I don't know. I mean, at the time I was like in high school. I was probably 13, 14 years old. And we went over to his house one time. Guys were talking about it, but I didn't know what the hell it was. And then one day I went over to his house and it was parked in the driveway. But his dad had it. And the guys at school knew what it was. It's Audi 5000. I didn't know anyone else who had one of those, but he had it.
Fuck. What did his dad do?
I have no idea. I know that his parents were divorced. His mother had her own place. His dad had a nice house in the suburbs, and he had that car. But Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So back then in Canada, there were no BMW dealerships. There were certain dealers that would have an import-export business.
Yes.
And they would import those exotic cars. Well, that was exotic back then. So that's where his dad got it. It was in an industrial park somewhere nearby.
And back in those days, if you had to go to the mechanic, you didn't go to a BMW mechanic, you went to an import mechanic.
Yeah.
Blow up Pierce Brosnan and that lovely Z that he's standing next to, James Bond.
Pine Barren, very quickly. More importantly, Pine Barren has thrown some bucks in here. Pine Barren. I was going to buy a BMW 850 CSI and my Porsche mechanic begged me not to do it. He said he wouldn't work on it if I bought it. V12, mate. That's why you should have bought this 840 CSI. I think the 840 was the better.
That's the one that had the. Is that the one?
I love the pop-up headlights, man. How could you not fucking love that, man?
But the V12 was the most power, but man, you had troubles with maintenance.
Oh, come on.
Well,
So
relative
So what?
compared.
So what? You know what? You only live once. YOLO.
You only live once. Well, then pull up the Z8. Pull up Pierce Brosnan standing next to Z8. You already skimmed past it. It was right on your screen.
This is my sort of Pierce Brosnan next to a fucking 7 Series. And
Who
look,
cares?
that's his Z3. That's his Z3, for God's sake, okay?
Entry level. Fine. He
What
was
about
standing
entry
next to the Z. Yeah. The 3? Come on now. But he was standing next to the 8 and posing for his little James Bond, you know, publicity picture.
I love these cars. You know that.
Which one was? No, I don't think it was the 8 that he did the maneuver in.
Oh,
that
there he
movie.
is. There. Look,
one
there
of the
he is
movies.
There. There he is. There. Z8. Fuck. Actually, that is
Exactly.
fucking cool. Sorry, that is fucking cool.
Of course it is.
The Z. Actually, the Z8. Fuck. Sorry. The Z8.
Those are valuable.
They were only an 8-cylinder, weren't they? You couldn't get them in any other engine, could you?
And you didn't need to. It's a small car. If you look at it,
I should have bought one of those, Ronnie Paul. I made a mistake.
How much do you think
you had a chance to get that back in the day?
No, I never had the money to afford this. Are they dear now?
Fuck yeah.
Yes. Way more than the original price.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
Fuck.
In fact, one of them's probably in somebody's personal collection in a heated and clean garage, and it gets driven around once a week.
It's basically like a 4-digit Daytona in that, you know, hey, prices have skyrocketed since when they came out.
Fuck. What about an M8? No, it's a fucking nothing.
Yeah, that's nothing. No,
That's
this was a cool car.
It's like a Panamera, the M8.
In the movie, he at one point was driving the car with his phone or something. He was doing
that was in the 7 Series. No, that's when he was in the
yeah.
back.
That was in the back seat in the 7 Series because they wouldn't dare do it in this car.
Oh, you reckon?
You can fike up a 7 Series and no one's gonna care, but don't
care.
dare do it in this one. Don't dare do it in this.
I always liked the 7s. I thought they were fucking beautiful. You didn't like 7
Yeah,
Series?
but if they're doing stunts, they have to have multiple cars and they have to destroy them. They're not going to destroy one of these. Please don't destroy one of these just for a stupid James Bond movie. No. No.
I see. Anyway. It's like damaging a DB5. It's sacrilege.
You can't do it.
What you do is you take Mazda Miata and disguise it and destroy that, eh?
Exactly. That's the only way I would do it. Take some Fiero or something and fake it into looking, because Fieros are always these cars that people try to change into looking like whatever it is. So make a Fiero look like that and then destroy it.
You can get a Ferrari kit for the Fiero.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a Z8 kit for a Fiero. And then, yeah, you can destroy that. Destroy that. Yeah, I remember going to the wine country once, many years ago, and somebody drove up in one of those. Very nice. Very nice car.
Holy shit.
But that's okay. You got what you got. You should be happy with what you got.
Looking forward to you picking it up. And
I need to be happy with what I've got. It's not this, but
look,
okay.
Look. You know what? It's a lot of pressure. I got to make my home comfortable for the car. I don't know whether he'll like my garage.
And don't listen to plastic. It's one of those few times I'm saying don't listen to plastic. Don't eat in the car.
Oh, fuck off. No, don't eat, don't smoke, don't eat. Fuck me dead.
Shoes on the floor.
I'm not going to allow people in there who haven't showered at least once in a week.
I don't understand. I know that a few times I've dated and they just go crazy. What do you mean I can't eat in the car? Like, why do you need to eat in the car?
Archie, I had one girlfriend. I told her, do not eat in the car.
Yeah.
And we were on our way on a trip somewhere.
This is the Dodge or the Mustang?
This was the Mustang. And we're on our way somewhere on a trip, and sure enough, she pulls out a bag of corn nuts.
Oh, corn nuts!
She's eating it.
Yeah, but that's not like when you say not eating it, you're not allowed to have like pasta or shit like that.
I don't even want snacks in it.
I said no eating, period.
So, anyways, she's eating those corn nuts or corn chips, and then as I look through the corner of my right eye, I see her drop a chip between the seats, and she's looking over to see where it went. And when she couldn't see it, she left it. And I eventually stopped going out with her. And I remember the following spring, I was doing my vacuuming, and I found that corn chip.
Did you eat it?
No.
I was dealing with somebody, and they pulled out a bag of potato chips, so I pulled over. I was in the Porsche, so I pulled over. And we had a little fight because I said, look, I said no eating in the car. What's the problem?
Yeah. We're the same, man. I think Archie wants to join the group, but you and I have the same standards.
I guess one of the things I mean, I suppose
I don't
if you just
understand
don't
why
care,
they put cup holders in it, because there's no drinking in my car. What's the cup holders for?
you know what?
That's for when it's second or third hand. Third hand.
My Porsche doesn't have cup holders.
I know, it's a stupid thing to have, isn't it?
And the BMW, there's a cup holder delete. And so I deleted the cup holder.
You're joking.
No, because the European cars didn't, at least for E46, the European cars didn't have the cup holders. It's Americans that need to have the cup holders. So all I did is I just converted it over to the European interior. It didn't cost much.
The Primate gentleman, $2. Would you let me ride in for a ride, Arch? I love adventure. The Primate gentleman.
That looks more like a Sasquatch, actually.
Spider monkey.
Oh, it's a spider
The
monkey.
Pine Baron, $5. Arch, are the new BMWs any better made? Does a 2022 Alpina B7 have plastic bits in the engine?
It might have a plastic timing chain even.
Most probably.
The technology is amazing, but in these new cars, it's fucking incredible. The technology, I never seen technology. If you change lanes without indicating, it starts vibrating.
That's all. I'd turn that off if I had that on my.
And the interior lights, you can change the color. Hello, and it talks to the car. Hello, BMW. I'm feeling tired. It starts blowing air and playing music.
I almost had an accident because of that stuff, because it was a rental car I'm driving. I don't know what it's doing.
It's got a fake burble. You can hear the noise. Fake burble when you floor it.
Yeah.
Yep, because it's so quiet.
That's like having
Bright
a Tesla.
Blue comment, $2. Dating Ronnie Paul sounds like a real joy. But you know what I think it is with these ladies? They always want to test you. You say no eating in the car, but that's for everybody else besides them. They always fucking want to test you.
It's a power play. It's a test. That's right. It's a power play.
Can I ask you something? In the new BMW, apparently it can go 25,000 kilometers without changing the oil.
I wouldn't do it, Arch. Stick to the 10,000 kilometers, and that's it. You'll be good to go.
Oil is cheap.
Yeah, a fucked up engine is not.
A valve job is not.
So would you change it every 10,000 kilometers?
Yes, full synthetic, and you want an extended high mileage oil filter in there.
Got you.
You can only use BMW's brand,
but
especially for the first 100,000 miles.
Is that right?
For that car, Arch, are you able to do your own oil changes?
No.
It doesn't have a fucking dipstick anymore.
Because you're not supposed to muck around with it.
Wow. How much is an oil change?
I don't know.
I'm thinking $300 or $400.
Fuck, you're joking.
It shouldn't be. Oh, if you go to BMW for it, it might be.
Oh yeah.
$400?
I know one girl was telling me she went to Porsche and she asked Porsche how much for an oil change and they said $5.
But you don't have to go to BMW for an oil change. You can go to a BMW mechanic.
It's covered by warranty.
Okay, well,
because they've got the service pack.
As long as you have someone that you trust that you can go and they can do it, then fine.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Archie, you gotta get that car scanned, right?
Sorry?
You got to get the car scanned for code.
Yes. Yes.
You make sure he performs it in front of you. Don't tell him. Don't tell him in advance that you're going to do it. Do it when you get there.
Gotcha.
Because what some of these guys will do is they'll unplug the battery and reset everything. And then when they scan, nothing's going to come up.
Maybe they're watching the show.
Maybe he needs somebody with him who knows about this.
Well, that's what I told him. I told him he should take somebody with him who's an expert, because that way that person isn't emotionally involved in the purchase of the vehicle and would be.
Look. They gave me the finance. Do you understand? I got the finance from them.
I know I got the finance. I just want to make sure, Archie, that the car runs for you.
If it's a lemon, you're responsible for it, aren't you?
Lou Soul, $10. How the hell did we survive back in the day? No cup holders, aircon, electric windows, sat nav, run flats, ABS, stability control, etc. And as a kid, no seat belts and dad smoking.
That's right.
That's a good point, that. ABC, did you ever have a really nice car in the UK? UK is not really a car country.
No, my nicer cars were in the Middle East.
I thought you lived in England all your life, no?
No, I spent 5 years in the Middle East.
What did you have?
About 10 years ago. Right. A 98 Grand Marquis. So like a Crown Vic.
Yeah.
I love that
Cool car.
I love that car.
They actually fucking last.
Bench seat at the front. Yep.
Yeah.
It didn't shift. So that power to weight ratio was crap, but I mean, it handled like a boat, but most of the roads in Saudi Arabia were straight, so it wasn't such a big deal. And I like the column shift.
Yeah.
It felt so badass.
How much was that car? Was it expensive or cheap?
No, I bought it. It cost about. Did I pay? Must have paid about £4,500.
Grand Marquis means it was a Mercury?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a higher, that's like in between Lincoln and Ford was Mercury.
Yes, it's not like the town car.
Yeah.
Usually they had better interior and better plastics and stuff like that.
But I just mean it's more expensive than
Bright
Crown Vic.
Bright blue comment, $2, 198 viewers, Arch. Let's go. Quit the car. Crap. And what other car did you have, ABC?
You're doubling down.
Nissan Pathfinder. That was good fun.
Yeah.
Guess that's
Good
okay
fun.
for
anything
SUV.
European?
I've got European now. I've got an old 5 Series.
You got a 5? What year?
I've got an F10 2015.
That's not old. What are you talking about? It's a great car.
Well, there's a new shape now.
So what? Who gives a fuck?
So I'm saying it's old because it's not the current shape; it's the previous shape.
Which engine? Which model is it?
We're diesel in the UK because it's lower emissions.
530D or 520D?
20. It's good enough.
That's a manual or auto?
Auto.
What color?
Black.
You garage it?
Nice.
You garage it?
I need to bloody clean the thing.
You garage it?
No.
You
It's
got
a driveway, but it's not garage.
Oh, fuck. Why don't you have a garage, man?
You got polished rims or black rims?
They
dirty,
look black
just
because I
dirty.
haven't cleaned them.
How come you don't have a garage for it? Could you put a garage up?
Yeah, my house doesn't have a garage. It's got it's wide, but not very deep.
But then it rains a lot over there, dude.
Rust. They
Yeah.
put salt on the road.
It's only in the winter. But yeah.
That's nice though. Nice. I like mine is black too. I like black.
Yeah, and oyster leather.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
I
How
tell
much
you
you
what,
pay for
it
that?
looks it
You bought
looks
that
nice
secondhand?
when it's nicely polished.
I bought it secondhand. So that was £13,000.
Wow.
And the family probably likes zipping around in it.
Yeah, I mainly bought it because my son can sit at the back and be comfortable. He's nearly 6 foot tall.
Wow.
In the
5
older
Series.
car, which was like a VW Jetta, he used to sit to the side after a while. I felt so bad.
That's a nice car. Nice car.
Yeah. Not too bad.
I think it'd have been all right in a 3 Series, but I understand.
You reckon? I don't know if it'd
No.
have the leg
No.
room at the back.
No. The 5s are beautiful. I love the 5. I couldn't afford a 5.
My favorite 5 is the older 5. M5 from like
I like the
2000.
fucking shark nose M5. I like the shark nose from the 80s.
Well,
Oh,
maybe.
They're cool. They're cool.
But even the M5 from, what is it, from 2000, I think is cool looking at M5.
I like the rims on the M5 from the, you know, they had special rims. They look so sexy in the 90s.
I like my rims. I have the competition rims. I actually was at a store, but I was sitting in the car. A guy walks up and just starts taking pictures. It's like, what the heck? I think he was taking pictures of the rims because then it turns out he had a BMW.
Hey, here we go. CB. Can anyone suggest a good watch channel? And Archie, congratulations for your new car. Thank you.
Do you know, we've only got 190 people watching. Normally we have nearly 300. And I wonder why. Is it because we're talking about cars and crap?
Yeah, it's coming to the end. See, people are a bit tired. I want to ask you something.
Archie,
What? Yes.
I gotta check out. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, man, Ronnie Paul,
See
please
you, Ronnie.
go and give your car a big kiss for me. Okay.
All right, I'll go downstairs and check on it to see no homeless guy is sleeping in it.
Fuck.
See you guys later, right?
What would you do if someone did that?
Oh fuck, man! I'd go back upstairs and get a baseball bat and then go back down.
So they're in trouble. I knew they were in trouble.
Listen, that would be my worst fear, is that I would go down there and somebody broke into the car and was sleeping in the back seat.
That happens in California. I'm not joking. It happens in California. One person that did that turned out to be an actor.
Robert Downey Jr.
No, I don't remember the name of the actor. It's a very sad story. He seems like a nice guy, but he was an actor and he was down on his luck, and he broke into somebody's car and fell asleep. Meth. He was on meth, and they were trying to get him off the meth. Yeah, very sad.
Oh, that was McCorkey, wasn't it?
I don't know which actor. I just know it was an actor. It happened in California. You know, because California, you gotta go over $949 of whatever you're doing before you even get arrested or anything.
Okay, Mr. Tudor, to you, $2 Arch. Don't forget to download the My BMW app. My BMW app. And Sean W, $2.80. BMW was better badging cars with the displacement.
What happened?
I think he just bad connection.
Okay.
Guys, what do you pair your car with? What do you ABC? What do you participate?
Which watch? Yeah, which watch, man?
What watch?
I'd say it's like a sub.
What was the first watch you wore when you got this car?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I think it was the sub.
See.
No, sorry. No, it was a GMT.
I hate to say what it was for me. I didn't know about ArchieLuxury back then.
Was it a Monvis?
No, I love that watch. I was wearing a Seiko when I drove the Porsche. Yeah, but it wasn't like a Seiko Turtle or something like that. It was a black dial gold-plated black dial Seiko.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Hideous.
It was a Scheider. That was the Porsche. And what was the first one I was wearing with the BMW? Something probably similar to that. But I know the one I was wearing with the Porsche, because then I lost the watch.
Yes.
Hmm.
That was the Amiga.
Yeah,
No,
6-1.
no. The Amiga came later after you. I wouldn't have known about the Man on the Moon if it weren't for ArchieLuxury. Yes. And thank
Hey,
you for
Plastic.
bringing Rolex into my life. Wouldn't have known of that.
Rolex, please. Rolex.
He's
Yankee
come to
Doodle.
defend himself.
Yankee Doodle, $2. Would you prefer your first? Just hang on. Yankee Doodle, $2. Would you prefer your first BMW or your Rolex 1016? Fuck, that's a hard one.
Because
Fuck.
that first BMW, wasn't it a E30?
Yeah,
red
E30.
one.
Yeah, look, it's probably not worth that much. It was only a 318. Wasn't.
Doesn't
It
matter.
was-
It's E30.
Luxury lunch.
That's the real plastic with a crap signal.
And that's Coke. That's Coke. Well,
Coke.
you're going for sugar, man. What do you want that for?
Luxury, mate. Luxury. Luxury
No Pepsi?
sugar. And luxury.
No Coke,
I like
Pepsi.
Coke.
No Coke, Pepsi.
Luxury. Look. Luxury.
Cheeseburger, 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 cheeseburger.
This is Captain Peacock. This is Captain Peacock, Mr. Humphreys.
Oh, I say, Miss Logan's pussy. I had a look for it last night. Ooh, it looks like it needs to be shaved.
Not stroked.
Considering that was the 1970s, it's amazing that they were able
It
to
was
get away
full
with
of
that stuff.
innuendo, like the Carry On movies.
Very heavy.
Extremely full of
Heavy on the
innuendo.
innuendo.
I was free, Captain Peacock.
They did stuff like that in the 60s. I mean, you know, James Bond having
ABC, do you remember the
Pussy
song
Galore.
that ABC, do you remember the song that John Inman put out as Mr. Humphreys? Are you being served, sir? I'm Humphreys, no free. Are you being served, sir? What would you like to see? Do you remember that one?
No, never come across that.
Top
I
of the
might have to
pot.
Google it.
It actually made top of the pot.
Oh boy.
Okay, guys, let's have a look here. If I had a choice of my first BMW or the 1016 back, you know what?
Come on now.
I think I take the
1016.
BMW. I take the BMW.
No.
What?
Nah,
But it
man.
isn't. But it is an E. But it is an E30. It is an E30, even though it's not an M.
It's not about money. It's not about money. Just
But it's a
I'd
valuable
like to
car.
see that. I'd like to see it back again.
But
I really like the 1016. It's a great watch.
Pavel, $5. Arch, your viewer numbers are in the Tim range. Reboot. Reboot. Guys, I'm gonna wrap this baby up. Couple more minutes. We'll wrap this up soon. It's been interesting chatting here. A bit of variety never hurt. You know what? I don't mind it, but I got to be honest with you. Doc, what should I sell?
Get all those purses gone, man.
Here we go, GB, $5. What do I need next? I have it's a no date sub ceramic, 16800 vintage sapphire sub, BLRO Pepsi, Tudor GMT, and a man on the faking moon, maybe X2. Advice.
Depends on your style.
I'd probably add a sub. No, he's got a sub. He's got the sub. Sorry.
That's a decent collection.
He's got a decent collection, but he's missing a chronograph. Oh no, he's got the Man on the Moon. He's got the
Or
Man
a
on the Moon.
Weingen Ware. What about a Milgauss?
Two-tone. He's got the sub no date. He needs two-tone. Two-tone.
Get the Explorer 1 two-tone. Little tiny, but it works.
I love that watch.
Understated. Tell you what, though, I like my my Submariner two-tone. Honestly, like it.
Your purple bluesy.
I got my purple bluesy. Love that.
That's a cool
You
watch.
like
You've got to
plastic
put blue
purple
bezel on
Pepsi?
it.
Doc, do you like plastics purple Pepsi?
Well, I mean,
I'd prefer your purple pussy. That's what I'd prefer.
Ooh, I say, you're very naughty there, Mrs. Locum.
I'm free. I'm free. Camp as a rogue.
I just got to measure that inside leg.
Crazy show.
You know that the last Carry On movie was a disaster. Remember they went to the Egyptian one? That was a disaster. ABC. Did you remember that?
Was that the French Foreign Legion one?
Yeah, I think so. Right, it was done in the 70s. It was it just killed the franchise.
Sid James.
Because they didn't earn a fortune doing those movies. You know, they didn't earn a fortune like today.
You remember Dad's Army, ABC?
Yeah.
I love Dad's Army.
And they say, hello, Captain Mannering. You say, Mainwaring. Mainwaring.
Yeah. They don't
Stupid boy.
And it ain't half hot, Mum.
Oh, that was a great show, man.
And they were out in India. Blackadder was good. I like the second and the third one, and the fourth actually. First one was a bit meh.
Blackadder was good. Mr. Bean was a bit hit and miss. I wasn't a big fan of that silent comedy.
You weren't?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mind it, but my kids like it more, you know. It's more.
Only Fools and
It's a
Horses.
kids comedy,
You like
Mr.
that?
Bean's for kids.
Plastic. You like Only Fools and Horses?
Didn't watch a lot of it. I saw the Goodies growing up. Kenny Everett. Remember Kenny Everett video cassette?
Kevin
Goodies.
Everett.
Goodies was hilarious.
The Goodies. He didn't watch the
Kenny
Goodies.
Everett.
He didn't. No, the Goodies.
I love the Goodies, man.
Those three guys in the Goodies went to Cambridge University at the same time as the Monty Python guys.
Yeah, the Spotlight group. The Spotlight group at Oxford.
Is it Cambridge or Oxford?
Python was amazing.
Icky. Boom.
Yep. Every time somebody brings up Python, though, it reminds me of our good friend Blue Shirt.
Oh yeah.
He was a big Python fan, and sometimes all of the within the WhatsApp group, everybody became Bruce, and it was good day, Bruce. Good to see you, Bruce. You know, there was everybody. Dog trainer Bruce, rancher Bruce, Tingler Bruce, all that stuff. Anyway,
where's Sirocco Sales? Is he on today?
No, he came on before. He's gone now.
He only comes to give Tim a hard time, right?
Who was on before, Archie?
He was on earlier?
Yeah.
Who was on before?
Sirocco Sales.
Who?
Sirocco Sales.
Who's on first, Archie?
Who?
Who's on first?
Who?
Who's on first? Who's on first, Archie?
I don't think he knows that.
I'm asking you.
I seen that. It's first or second.
Abbott and Costello. Look it up. Abbott and Costello.
I know. I know the reference. I get the reference.
I just watched a documentary on those two yesterday, Abbott and Costello. An example of better than the individual parts.
Yes.
Hmm.
Exactly right, guys.
Yeah.
So, what engine is in this BMW again? Oh, we're not supposed to
Hair
talk cars
dryer.
though.
Hair
Watches.
dryer. Yeah, watches.
Doc, you missed a good show yesterday. There was much comedy on.
I was working, but I'll have to go back and check it out.
Oh dear.
Any particular characters that came to mind that were?
Look at that, Archie. I'm wearing half your BMW. Archie,
Yes.
I'm wearing
Half
half your BMW.
Yes. That's it, exactly. Yes.
And you know, in a few years,
it'll be
the
more than the
BMW will be
BMW.
half of that.
Yes, he's right.
Exactly.
Hey, it's life. It's what happens.
Guys, I'm going to wrap this baby up. Thank you so much for coming, guys. I appreciate it.
Don't
And,
forget the thumb up
Oh, I
on the
say
way
I've had a
out,
lovely
fellas.
time.
I'm free.
I've had a lovely time today, Captain Peacock.
Ooh, Mr. Humphreys, get on with your work.
There we
I
go.
can't remember the. I can't remember the woman's name with the pussy.
Mrs. Slocum. Mrs.
Yeah.
Slocum.
Oh, Mrs. Slocum.
Yeah. And I always had the hots for that girl she worked with. You
Miss
know that
Slocum.
girl? What's
Wendy,
that?
Wendy Richard.
Yeah, she was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do
Okay,
you know what?
guys,
Yes,
we'll be back
yes.
tomorrow. Come again. Come again.
Cheers, everyone.